Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. Oh my goodness, this is a very exciting day today. We've got a brand new series, so I'm going to let some people funnel in here and then we're going to explain how tonight is going to go. I am super excited tonight, and I did see Mr. Crazy A say good luck for tonight. I'm not racing tonight, I am purely in the commentary booth. So I'm excited to get back in the booth, you know. I've missed it since the GP season. How tonight is going to go is the track has released right now. Basically, the password has just come out. The riders are going to have 20 minutes before their qualifying starts. They then go into 30 minutes of qualifying straight away. So what we're going to do over the next 30 minutes or so, to just try and build the hype a little bit more for these tracks in general, get it out there to more of the public as well, is we are going to hop into some MXB ranked. Now the reason for that is that Aiden is putting on his own special event throughout all this on MXB ranked, and there's going to be prizes and stuff at the end of it also. If I try and find the exact wording, let me go to the MXB ranked server real quick. So I can, it is, so for the ranked riders, there is going to be a private DDC playlist where first place at the end of the season gets $100, second gets 50, third gets 25, fourth gets 15, and fifth gets 10. So outside of these pro races, if you're someone that you like playing these tracks, but because it's all condensed now, you might not be quick enough to qualify, you still have a chance to compete for prizes, which will be quite an exciting thing, I think, for a lot of people. And so I'm just going to make sure I get all of my stuff in the right place. Bear with me. Pin, and I'll be able to read the chat in a second. That. We'll delete that one. Get that gone. So, right, how are we all doing today? How are we all doing? Right. I'm just loading up XP ranked right now, because I'm not sure if this comes under special events or if this comes under a normal ranked play. We've got Kelsey's one, we've got freebies, SX freebies Enduro. I don't see it on ranked play just yet, so I'm going to sit here for a second for the time being and just wait. What we are going to do in the meantime is we're going to load the track and ride around ourselves a little bit, and Aiden has been nice enough to make me this little overlay that you see under my head right here. So as we progress through the night, you guys will be up to date on where we are. So once all of the ranked play is finished, we can head over into the heat races, for example, then over to heat 2, LCQ, main event, so on and so forth. So it should be nice and, I guess, smooth. I'm hoping the night goes really smooth. If you're asking how to qualify now, it is far too late. I believe sign-ups for qualifying have closed, but this is all run through MyMXB, so same as any other normal race that you'd be doing at any time that you sign up for, all through MyMXB. You sign up in advance, you then confirm it about 30 minutes before it all begins, and then you go from there. So what are our first thoughts and impressions on the track so far? If those of you have seen my preview video, I am quite a big fan of the scaling. I think the scaling is very unique compared to other tracks that we've had, because it's definitely on the smaller side. It's smaller than the DDC tracks that we had last year. However, it's not so small that you just end up quadding absolutely everything. One issue that we've had in the past with smaller tracks is you can just route the berm and then quad into a rhythm section straight away. But the way that the berms have been built now in collaboration with these OEM tyres is you don't get anywhere near as much grip as you used to. So I think cutting down, trying to go underneath people could be a viable option. Aiden is always a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to making tracks with multiple lines, so if you can't triple into the section, you can only double. You should be able to have a good rhythm after that. So it should be good. Paul, I haven't seen anything. I haven't got anything in my notification, so I apologise if I've missed it. Usually I have a sound in my ears that pops off. The download doesn't work for you. In what way does it not work? In what way is it not working for you, Danny? L start time for the employed. Only the US employed folk. It's a bit of a tough one, I suppose, trying to make it so there's no separate regions and it's just one set of racing combined for everybody. Because if you do it like an hour or two later for a lot of the US, then it comes too late for the Europeans. I think New Zealanders are just in the bin regardless anyway. I don't think they'll ever have a good time. So I'm not sure what the best sitch for that. It says cart is empty at checkout. No clue what's going on there. That might be a user issue. L start time for West Coast people who have school and work. I'm quite surprised that you're unable to make the time, to be honest, Brock. How long does school usually go on for in the US? I mean, in the UK, I can't speak for every school, but when I was going to what we would call secondary school, which is basically the last bit of school before you decide if you want to go off to like college or university, basically, I would always be home by like 3:30. So it would have been fine for me back in the day. It would have been okay. It's 1:30 for you. No, how are you? I didn't realise there was such a big difference in the coast times in the US. I thought, because I know I'm like five hours ahead of East Coast. I didn't know it would go all the way to like 8 hours ahead. So yeah, sorry, I was just speaking in East Coast terms, so I got no idea. What I'm doing is I'm just checking my Discord every now and then, because I just want to wait to get the all clear from Aiden that the rank stuff is up and working. It was meant to be scheduled for to go live right now on the rank side of things, but looks like it hasn't been pushed through just yet, so we're just waiting for Resolute to get all of that updated and ready to go. Yeah, that's a crazy difference. I mean, the US is a very big place, I suppose. Yeah, 3-hour difference from one side of the US to the other is pretty crazy work. Why couldn't your country just be, like, long tallways rather than long widthways, and then you'd be fine. Then you'd all be in the same time zone. I can see a few Aussie people waking up like early before school and getting on to do this. I'm trying to think of how long the whole night will take. I think they said that the main event should start in probably like 2 hours from now. Or like 1.5 hours from now too. I feel like, yeah, maybe Australia and maybe New Zealand will be able to fit this in before they have to disappear for school or work for the day. We'll see. I'm more excited than anything to see... I know obviously not everybody will be here because certain time zones work better than others. I'm just very curious to have a full class of actual fast riders, because I think when it comes to not so much 450 and 250 class, but when it comes to splitting between EU and NA, I feel like it always dilutes the competition quite a lot. I'm very intrigued to see how these races go for everybody. I really want to try quadding out this, but I can't quite get the oomph. I have a feeling it's because I'm rocking the 120 rear tyre. The 110 might be able to go a bit faster in a straight line to get me up and over that, whereas the 120 bogs me down a little bit. Yeah, so the format tonight, let me put it up on my screen again just so I can give you all the right information. So, last year's DDC was... How did the qualifying and stuff work for DDC last year? I think it was just top 30 from qualifying, went straight through, and there was double lineups in the race. It was actually just a 30-man gate, like 15 front row, 15 back row. Whereas this year, to make it more competitive, and also because there was mixed feedback on the double lineup, myself included, I hated having double lineups. It just puts you at such a disadvantage for not having an amazing qualifying position. So now we've got top 40 go through in qualifying. They then split you off into 2 heat races of 20 players each, and then 9 people go through the heat races, and then everyone else goes to the LCQ, 4 people go to the LCQ, so then there's 22 people on the line. So combining the 250 riders and the 450 riders and EU and NA into the fastest, hopefully, 22 riders, I think we're going to have some pretty stacked races. I'm very, very curious to see how the racing goes tonight. And I would much rather be sat here in the commentary booth than trying to fight for my life to barely probably scrape inside the top 20. I'm curious to see what my lap time would end up qualifying me. I think I ended up with a 124 around here. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see what those boys do. You finally bit the bullet and started buying outdoors tracks. Is there a list anywhere on the web where people vote on shop tracks so I can see what I should buy? Short answer is no. The tracks on the shop do have reviews on them though, and they all have preview videos. Like, that's a rule that you have to have on them. So best bet is to go through maybe ones you like the screenshot or preview picture of, and then look at the videos from there to see if it's a bit of you. Aiden did a splendid job. I agree as well. And we have to give his props to Aiden. I'm sure, well, I hope by the end of the season he makes his money back through shop sales. But these stadiums that you are looking at right here, he buys these for, I think, about $200 a pop. I'm sure the price varies a little bit, but just for the environment building on these things, like it's not a cheap thing to make, to actually have some real world stadiums in here. And I think it looks pretty damn cool. I mean, this one right here, we've got the ANZ Stadium. So we are in Sydney, Australia right now. It is the, what's the exact one? Oh no, it is the ANZ Stadium. Okay. Yeah, he sent me, I looked at the old one before, which was a slightly different Australian stadium. So yeah, it's the ANZ Stadium in Australia. Next round, we're going to hometown. Well, it used to be hometown. We're going to London in the UK. We've got Wembley Stadium in there. There's a couple in the US as well. We've got Poland in there. We've got Portugal in there. So it should be good fun. This is all from American Aiden, US Aiden, Suzuki Aiden. So we'll see how it goes. You got physical therapy at 2:30. You'll be here for quali, but no race. So there's no point showing up just to do quali. You may as well either do the whole thing, or I don't think there's much point. Really, it just complicates things for the hosts. And I'm curious to see. Right, I'm getting the go-ahead. Apparently ranked playlists should be there. Let me have a look. I'm interested to see if anyone does rock up on the 250. Ah, it is up. Okay. So if anybody wants to play with me right now in a consensual way, then if you go onto the ranked play right now, there is a DDC server of its own thing. So I am going to hop into the EU one, and then we'll load this up in game, and we'll hop in there as well. Again, just to have a bit of fun on the track before qualifying all starts. Right, so I have to wait for this to change so I can copy and paste the server in here as well. Look at this, we've got boys hopping in here already. Love to see it. Hopefully these are all people in the stream as well. Nice that people can spend a bit of time. We've got 2 more seconds until the server goes up. It's just behind my head, you can't see it at the moment. So they are selecting the tracks on there. Just waiting for the server to go up, and this should populate as well. There we go. So I'm going to copy that, and then we go back to bikes, and we'll get in there. We'll do a race or two, and then I'm planning, we won't watch the entire 30 minutes of qualifying, because I imagine it might be a bit boring us watching people just crash and respawn over and over and over again. But maybe we'll go in there for the last 15 minutes or so. I think that could be good fun. So let's hop in here and give it a go. So sorry, as I was saying, I'm quite interested to see if anybody rocks up on a 250, because whilst the 450s will obviously have the easier time hitting big rhythms mid-section, so say if you triple in, they'll then have an easier time to go quad after that. The corners are an issue on the 450s at the moment, and the 250s have such better traction than the 450s do while turning. I think that TM especially, maybe KTM as well, we'll see, on the 250 side could genuinely make a lot of time up on the 450 bikes. So I'm very interested to see what we have. I mean, we've got very, very fast 250 riders playing this. I mean, Willie is one of them. I think he's got most of the aerial world records at the moment on a 250. We'll see if he's going to hop on a 450 tonight or stay on a 250. Got no idea. But I think that's the exciting thing. I don't think we've had a series before where it's combined everybody all in one class. I know due to the nature of MX bikes, a lot of people that usually ride 250s are going to be forced onto a 450. But I feel like the top tier of 250 rider would still be able to qualify for tonight on a 250 machine. So I'm very, very interested to see how tonight goes. How long until quali starts? Qualifying begins in 7 minutes, I believe. 7 minutes from right now. And then they will have 30 minutes from that point forwards. So 7 minutes is when the quali servers go up. If you haven't already signed up and confirmed registration for this, unfortunately it is a little bit too late. But yeah, you get an idea today. Today isn't actually the first round of the season. Today is round 0. It's a pre-season race, just to wet the lips a little bit, just to test the waters and see how the whole format goes and how the whole night goes. I'm sure I mean, Aiden's usually very, very open to feedback and criticisms. So he's just going to run tonight, see what everybody thinks of it, check out the format, all that good stuff, and then see where it goes from there, really. I mean, in my mind, I imagine the people that qualify for tonight are going to be very happy. I imagine the people that maybe qualify 25th to 30th might be asking for split classes, like a 250 and 450 class, so they have a better chance of getting in. But we'll see. We'll see what happens next week. I'm very excited to be going to Wembley in the UK. We love a little hometown race. The same way as when I was commentating the GPs and we went to Matterley Basin, I really, really enjoyed it. And the racing at Matterley was very, very good fun as well. I think it was very fun. Oh, you don't need to go? Oh, okay. I had no idea that you didn't need to confirm for this. Wait, I swear the schedule you sent me says, like, confirmation or sign-up closing. Oh, maybe it's just the sign-ups finishing. Maybe it's no confirmation involved at all. Yes, we do also have another exciting series coming up in about 2 days' time. But again, I'll also do another video on that. I am not, unfortunately, going to be commentating that one as much as I would like to. That spot was already filled before I put my name forward. But it should be an exciting one. I don't... Oh, well, I'm not going to race it myself because I have access to the tracks a couple of days in advance, so it would be unfair. We saw how that went during the GP season. But yeah, even like if you don't get into these DDC Supercross races, there is another very exciting series coming up in just 2 days from now. I believe it's on Thursdays. Yeah, Thursdays, I believe. First time signing to a ranked race, anything should be aware of? Just people are very passionate about it. That's all, to be honest. So just try not to get too annoyed if you see people trying to find every little millimetre of running room that they can do on you. But this, what we're playing right now, you'll see on the left-hand side of my screen, where you see everybody's positions over there, it's got B1 next to everybody's names. That is because we are now all Bronze 1 rank again. This is its own separate, let's say, season series within ranked. So this doesn't contribute to the overall ranked leaderboards. So it will give people that haven't really played much rank before a chance to have good positions and good scores, because at the end of all this, again, there is prize money. I have no idea how long the season lasts. I'm guessing it's going to go through the next 3 months. So for the full 12, I think, rounds that we have, including this one, of this season. So yeah, get your ranked grind on. I know when I was grinding ranked in Season 1, when ranked first came out, I was grinding the last year's DDC tracks just non-stop. So I imagine I'll play a little bit here and there again. You're announcing that one, are you, Tracy? Oh, I'm very, very jealous. I wish you the best of luck, good sir. Yeah, I didn't know if I was allowed to fully just talk about it, so that's why I was being a little bit discreet. A little bit hush-hush. So we do have to sit here and wait for this lobby to start. How the ranked lobbies work, if you didn't have any idea, is the first... I think it's 5 minutes worth of practicing, and then we go into a race. How long are the races set up in here? Let's have a look. The races are 8 minutes plus 1, so that's probably going to take us to about 10 minutes, which will take us near to 9 my time. So we might just do the one race in here, and then I'll hop in and we'll get about 15 minutes worth of qualifying after this. We'll see, yeah, we'll see where the night takes us. Still rocking the Redbud bike as well. Very happy with the Redbud bike. I have not played MTG since, I believe it's May the 1st. Let me have a look. Yeah, May the 1st. I've got 7.9 hours of playtime right now. No, we still got no idea on a set date for MTG. I am waiting as much as you guys are. And that's most of the reason why I haven't been just banging out the hours in it as well, is because I don't want to burn myself out on the game before it even releases, because I just want to do so much content on it whenever it does come out. Do you know what ideal world would be for me? Is if everybody loves MTG so much and everyone transitions to it, and I can just play that as like my new main game, but then everyone also still likes SMX bikes enough to where I can like commentate on it every now and then, almost like a Kellen role, without really playing yourself, but just hopping in the booth. And people enjoy that as well. That'd be like ideal scenario. That'd be perfect. Perfect life. Right, they got 0.25 erode on in this. That is very aggressive. I'm curious to see how this track gets then after 10 minutes worth of riding. I do have a bit of an unfair advantage going into this first race. I'm sure I'll probably still lose, but Yeah, I do have an unfair advantage since I've already played the track for probably like 45 minutes more than all of these riders have. Yeah, we're going to do one ranked race in here. We'll then hop into the quali servers and have a little watchy watch. See if we can spot any fast boys. Aidan, if you would be so kind, if you are tuned into the chat right now, could you let me know, because I've got my Discord minimised, could you let me know which qualifying group I've been whitelisted into, just so I can join the right one whenever we're done with this? Hair's grown a lot since you last watched. Thank you very much, Miles. Luckily, where it's all quite dark over here, I think Ducky's doing me favours. But where it's dark, it tends to make it look thicker than it actually is. But it's definitely getting longer, that's for sure. Right, I wish I could say that about every other part of my body. Let's see how it goes. The start does go to the right, gamers, so make sure you turn your bikes to the right. Oh, that's a tight first corner, and I think these barrels all have collisions as well. Oh, that's going to be interesting, see how that plays out in the racing tonight. I imagine there's going to be quite a few people that get pushed wide. So we've got Dragons back. I was trying to step over that table and see if you could triple into the turn, but it's a big stretch. I don't know if anybody will be able to bust it out consistently tonight. Then we go on, off, double into the corner. We've then got a whoop section, one of two whoop sections around this track. Whoop section number 1 right here. Bring it around to the left, up and over the finish line. And then as you come around to the right here, we go out to the outside. We go through the stadium. You can choose to check up and basically hit this table normally, or you can launch it and basically quad it. It's a pretty disgusting send. Whether it's actually worth any more time, or if it's just purely for style points, I've got no idea. But there's no invisible barrier there. Knowing Aidan, he's probably all for creativity points and people sending some big lines. So we'll see what happens there. You're meant to go triple, quad, and then quad through this rhythm. Wait, Brock, did you not... Brock, I thought you said you was at school. Well, Brock's here playing. I know he said he's got, like, physio or whatever it is later on. I thought he was at school. Hey, why aren't you at school if it's 1:30 PM for you right now? What's going on? Oh no, wait, you boys... I thought is the Americans still on break right now? That could be it. If the Americans are still on summer break, then it's only the unemployed, really, that I think are missing out on this. Yo, yeet. And smooth. Back onto the table again. Oh, this is a bit of a cheat code, really. If we can just remove the ranked servers after this one race, so I get the unfair advantage of having played the track before each week, that'd be lovely. And this is going to be a weekly addition to the stream as well. At the start of every week, we'll hop in. How it's going to work, if you are interested in the ranked play aspect of it at all, if you aren't able to qualify for it yourself, is... So the day of the race, so every Tuesday, the ranked playlist will only be playing that week's track, so whatever track releases on that day. However, every day after that, it will include all of the tracks that have been released so far. So say we get to round 10, and we get to the Tuesday on round 10 when round 10 releases, it will only have round 10 on there. However, after that, for the rest of the week, it will have rounds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, to the best of my knowledge. We'll see. We shall see. So the first day is basically grinding the one track, getting used to it, and then every day of the week after that, you get to mess around a little bit more and have some fun. And I can tell just by how I'm playing today, I don't think I would have been able to qualify for these races tonight. I'm not too hot on the analog sticks right now. Playing a bit sloppy. It's been a while since properly getting involved in some Supercross, but again, with how Aerial's gone for me so far this outdoor season, I'm kind of over the outdoor stuff already. And when I was doing the Donatathon, just like 2 weeks ago, however long was it 2 weeks ago? I feel like it was about 2 weeks ago. When we was doing that, the best races I was having was the odd occasion that we was hopping on the Supercross track. So maybe I'm born to be indoors, you know. In real life, the sun burns me when I step outside. Just a pasty white boy. I'm meant to be inside in-game as well. I personally am not a big Fantic enjoyer. I'm sure I probably just haven't got the right setup for it. But I'm noticing a lot of people switching over to it a little bit now. Oh, God. Don't you love when your slider goes down the wrong hole? Then you want to triple in. Got to downside that triple well so you can then get the quad. Again, I don't know if you can quad all the way out of here. I'm sure one of the fast boys will make it work. Then up and over the triple. Cuts are fairly strict on this, which I like. There was one section where you can try and jump around a corner, basically, like take off on a single and then downside the single in the next sector. But it does give you cuts for it, which is good. I don't think there's any scumbaggy, cheesy lines, really, around here. But you can see, by the way, the corners are quite slick. I'm sure as the erode kicks in as well and it gives them more of a rut to bank off, that will change. But I'm very interested, again, to see if anybody does rock up on the 250, because they're going to have such a better time in these turns before the erode comes in. But for a first round as well, I mean, I messaged Aiden yesterday, I said, track's fun, like, well done, good job, because, I mean, it's fairly flowy, no issues at all, and that's the fun part about these being custom tracks rather than replicas, is he can basically just make whatever he wants. And I believe he said every single one of the 12 tracks that we're going to get do go outside of the stadiums, which is why he's put the SMX, I guess, title on it. I think he said it's something like either 90 or 95% Supercross and then like 10 or 5% MX in comparison. And then there's alternative lines as well, so if I want to double in here, I can then triple afterwards and then step on and step off. So it's not like you're just doubling your way through an entire rhythm section if you don't get the first jump in. If I double in here, I can then go over and then triple after that, just using the power of the 450 to get back into a rhythm. So there's a lot of thought that's gone through it, which I do appreciate, and I think a lot of people will appreciate it as well. Hello Leander, hope you're doing well. Happy Tuesday night. My reshade is just Hurren's reshade, which is on the Hurren compound on the MXB shop. So the qualifying server should actually be up as we speak. So once we finish this one race here, we will go and hop in there and have a little watch of some people. I should probably, you know what I think I'll do for next week's stream is, because I've got this overlay below my face right now and at the top left that tells you what kind of session we're in for the night. I'll get another one made that shows qualifying in there just so we can differentiate at the same time. Because part of me was like, do I want to sit there and watch qualifying at all? But then imagine we catch someone on like an absolute burner of a lap time and it ends up putting them top. Like, how nice would it be to watch that in the moment? You can also send this if you want to. I don't think it ends up being quicker. And then you usually go triple single, but double could work as well. Yeah, I don't know if it gains you any time at all, but it's one of them lines you can tell your friends about, you know, take a little clip, put it in your Discord, slap the meat out on the table, be like, look what I can do and you can't. It's a pretty easy one, to be fair, as long as you can double your way through the rollers that come out of the stadium well. Pretty straightforward. Oh, I'm going to get cross-jumped. Oh! Thankfully, I have a very big lead, so there's no point in getting slightly annoyed by people not getting out of the way as lappers. We will dive up the inside of them, though. Oh, no, they're going to hit me. Average rank play experience. That's how it be. These two are getting into it. Is that oh, it is a 250. I thought it sounded different. At least you got some boys rocking around here on the 250 machine. If you downside that table nice, you can quad all the way into the corner as well. On, off. And how many laps we're going to get out of this? Because it's 8 minutes plus 1. About a minute and a half lap time each. I think the lap times I'm running right now are probably about 2 seconds off of what the top boys will be running for race pace. I'm sure the track will also get quicker as it erodes for a while. It'll have a sweet spot, I think, in the middle, and then it might go away a little bit towards the end. But if you double that, double again, then quad this bad boy. Oh, I'm coming up short. Oh, the suspension took it like a champ, though. We triple. Again, it's so easy to recover mid-rhythm section through these. So easy to recover. Probably is made easier by me having that 120 rear tyre on the back. Kind of affects my top speed, but the acceleration is a little bit better than it would be on the 110. And I imagine Aiden done most of the testing on this track on a Suzuki, so if the Suzuki can get over the jumps, Yamaha should be able to get over it, no problem. I'm going to try and get this clean. I keep messing it up. And I'm just checking up a little bit too much. I mean, look, you can even get away with landing on top for the most part, and it's quite forgiving. On, off. I do think that on and off is the best way to get through there. The alternative line, average OEM things, the alternative line is to go inside, double, and then you jump over both the tables and triple into the corner. I think you spend a lot of time in the air that way rather than driving forwards, so I think that's the differentiation there. Yes, on the Yami as well, look at that. We love the quality control. Huh. Yeah, Aiden, can you let me know which qualifying group you have whitelisted me into, please? So I'll be able to join it. The internet's down, you can't race. It's okay, Reed. I don't think you was going to qualify anyway. It's okay. Oh, down to all of them. Thank you very much. Can you let me know which one you think is the most stacked of the qualifying heats so I can join the ones with the most fast boys in it? Or I can probably look at that myself, can't I, if I look at the confirmed groups on my MXB. Sleep failed. It's only 10 o'clock. Do you think B's quite stacked? Is that just because you're in there, Strider? That be the reason? Look at the non-confirmed. Okay. Oh, goddammit, I have to lag in. I have to log into my MXB. Password. Oh, I didn't click the remember me button. Now I'm going to have to do this again next time. Right, race list. Let's have a scroll down. Let's move this over here as well, actually, whilst we're at it, so we can all look at the same time. Whilst I get flashbang. I wish there was a dark mode for the whole of this website. Maybe there is. We have got the... Where are we going? It's Tuesday today. No, it's gone. Oh, it's under K-Bell Racing, I see. So, practice groups. So, let's have a look. Group A. Got Brock's in Group A. Splash is in there. Troy is in there. UK Aiden, Dimitri. That's a pretty good group. Dylan's in there. Okay, we've got a nice mix. And then got Steiner, Jake, Tyler, Rush, Merkt, Pitt. That's a pretty stacked one as well. What else have we got? So it's between, I mean, A and B right now. We got Washed, KFC. Don't think Group C is the one to go into. Definitely not Group D because Reed's in there. That one will be the slowest one, I think. Group E. Nah, not so much Group E either. Jesus Christ, how many sign-ups have we got for this, boys? Holy shit, you realise there's only 22 people going through, right? Well, not through qualifying, 40 people go through qualifying. This is nuts. How many sign-ups have we got here? Oh my goodness, 200. I will hop into... I don't see like the... I don't know if he's changed his name. Actually, has he still got his name as... Oh shit, how do I do this? Control F. There we go. I don't see Splash. I don't see Rex anywhere. Unless it's 2 outside of employment hours even for Rex. I think we're going to go into Group A. I think A might be the one to go for. So there you go. If you want to do some ranked stuff and play this track, even if you don't manage to qualify through to the actual races, then you have the ability to do so through the ranked servers. So, NSP. Join as spectator. Hopefully that doesn't cause anybody's games to freeze whilst they're on a lap, as that would be not very bueno. Oh, thinking, does that mean that I'm now at the top of the DDC ranked leaderboards? Let's have a look. Go racing. No. Season ranks. No. Rider profile. Jesus Christ, Tero's already done nearly 100 races more than anybody else in normal ranked play. Blood needs to take it outside. Alright, NSP Super Motocross. I am in first place. Let's go. With a score of 1,034. 1 race is done, 1 win. No world record laps though. So I've not got the fastest lap time. That's probably because these boys are in qualifying already, that's why. Right, let's hop in here and have a little look-see at what's going on. So, where's Blood going? Eggman's making sure he gets back to that finish line. At the top right now, we have got Caden with a 1:25.0. So bear in mind, they've had 15 minutes of qualifying so far. They've also had 20 minutes of track out. So they've got about 35 minutes in total on this track right now. My best lap after about 45 minutes was a mid 1:24. So they are not far off at all. It'll be very interesting to see what these boys end up in. Yes, the beta is banned for this. Just same as aerial rules, I'm guessing. And I'm sure these automatic cameras work absolutely fine when people aren't cutting through walls, because it's not meant to catch up with them there. How's it work going through the underneath? Oh, Caden not happy there. Let's have a little look at Splash as well. That's the thing with this is, because the scaling's different than last year's DDC tracks, it's different than the aerial tracks were, for example. It's not... muscle memory can only get you so far. So you have to relearn the scaling. Like this finish line jump, you have to hit differently than others because it doesn't send you as high anymore. It sends you further forwards. So you're going to land you're going to land deeper than you usually would. These boys choosing to hit the tunnel jump normally, I don't think sending it is faster at all. Just 'cause you have so much hang time, and then they're going to triple into here, or it doesn't quite stretch it out enough. I think lines like that, people are going to struggle with if they're rocking the 110 rear tyre. Is this actually a... Oh, I thought Panda was on a 250 for a second then. Panda's rocking around on the KTM 450 right now. I don't believe we have any 250s in here. Never mind. We've got Excite down here on the TM 250. Well, he's sat in 13th place in this lobby right now, so based on averages, I don't think he'd be making it through to the night. Tyler's got a 24 in your lobby. What lobby are you in at the moment, Hazard? I might hop into that one for half of the end of this as well, watch another 5 minutes or so in this and switch over to another one. That sounds about right. Did we... Was it Tyler? I think Tyler won the DDC Supercross season last year. I believe so. I'll hop in B after this. Panda just ran a good lap. Oh, hang on. Brock with a 23? I don't think I'm going to get to see much of that. The rewind or the replay camera only lets you go so far. That 23, that's quick. That's really quick. It's going to be a bit framey because the game only stores so much replay length, unfortunately. But that 23 is very, very quick. Staying nice and low in the berms as well. A low 23 too. So I thought, and that's current world record, so that's going to put him at the top of qualifying right now. I thought when I was playing this track that people, the really, really fast boys, might get into the high 22s. So I think I'm still on course for that prediction. They've still got 12 minutes left of this. Let's hop into qualifying Group B as a spectator as well and have a watch. Now Russia set a world record. Oh, god damn it. If you hear any squeaking during the course of this, it might be because of, I don't know, I'm basically treating him as like a stress toy. Well, I'm not even stressed. It's more as, you know, like, you know, you get like maybe like a fidget toy. You know, people have to like click pens or play with blue tack or whatever it is. Just so I've got something to do with my hands when I'm not moving the controller camera around. No, I'm not racing these, Geo. I am sat in the commentary booth for these races to try and give you the best perspective of the racing possible. No, Chapstick has not got the world record. He might have had it before Brock got it. He might have had it just before, but Brock was 1.2 seconds quicker. So yeah, very fast lap time from Brock there. I'm guessing we're not seeing any chase tonight because he's currently, I believe he's away from home, like he's doing aerial on a laptop, so probably not going to take part in this at all. Yeah, I haven't seen any racks at all today. There's no skills coming out of retirement for this. I don't see a fin at all. Again, it's just a pre-season race, so it's just testing the waters. Maybe they'll show up for round 1, which is next week. Need to take up smoking. That sounds like the worst solution to needing something to do with your hands that I've ever heard. 24.5 is crazy. I'm pretty sure that's what I ended up running, wasn't it? Although, to be fair, I did have... see that Rush just tried making a beeline for the tight inside there to gain as much time as possible. I suppose I did have the luxury of being able to do it in testing, so I could reset in front of the finish line, so I had more attempts at it. Or Tyler not able to get that there. It's so deceiving, because the triple into this section, really, really easy, especially on a 450. I guarantee he's overjumped this by mistake. Let's have a look, because if he has overjumped it, that explains why he wasn't able to get the quad, or did he come up short? Even that, your back wheel landing here is the difference between clearing his quad or not. You have to land the back wheel about here so you get that extra bike length of drive. Otherwise, you don't quite get the oomph to get up and over that quad, so that's what went wrong for Tyler there. We'll see if he can do it again. Let me turn all this stuff off as well. This just looks a little bit messy. Let's just leave the main stuff up on the screen. So again, with the slightly more technical scaling as well, it does make it harder because you have to be more precise. It's not like you can just send everything as hard as possible and be okay. You can override the track as well as underride it. And I guess in part of the reason for that is to also make the 250s more viable also. Although in this lobby, the same as last lobby, we've got Ronnie Mack in here at the bottom on the 250 in 13th place. And without throwing too much shade to Ronnie, because we did have a disagreement a little while ago, it's interesting that you're not near the front of the pack when you can't cut the track everywhere like you do in the ranked lobbies. Although Tyler has taken some very low lines right there. We'll see if this one works for him. See if this lap time counts. I mean, he wouldn't carry it on going if he wasn't in the green right now in terms of his delta. So we'll see if he can bring it all the way to the end. He checks up. He doesn't go all the way around the outside. Barely gets on top of that table right there, which is one of the downsides. Yeah, Brock is currently top of qualifying to the best of my knowledge with a 23.3. Tyler's going to slide into the last corner. Didn't go faster, but he might just be trying to get a bit of a rhythm going. See if he can go any quicker at all. Doubling his way through that. They're all going to check up. The one thing that's nice about that table is if you basically just let off the throttle from the point you take off the double before it and you scrub it, you basically downside it perfectly. There's not that much guesswork or having to get the perfect speed. It's pretty damn good. And you can get away with overjumping it slightly and still get the triple after that. Looks like Tyler again, struggling with that triple. You know, when these boys are going for fast laps, all they want to do is just hit everything so fast. But I guaranteed he's overjumped this triple in again. It doesn't even look like he overjumped. He tried scrubbing it. He tried saving those just tiny little temps. You can't do that, Tyler. You got to send it the whole way. Who else should you watch? Let's watch a little bit of Steiner. Because Steiner's always good for like really fast one-lap pace. His races sometimes leave a little bit to be desired. If we're talking 2024 Supercross season, Steiner had a good couple of hole shots going last year and just couldn't keep it up on two wheels in those opening lap or two and then would end up slowly falling down the pack. So in terms of raw pace, he's definitely got it. It's just a case of if he can keep it up on two wheels the entire time. And he's going pretty damn quick right now. We're seeing a few people rocking this Fantic machine so far today. I was going to say I think I've missed the memo, but obviously I knew Troy done that video a while ago and he downsided that perfectly. So he's going to be able to scrub the quad into the corner. Looking like a really solid lap so far. Gets onto that table nice. Stays nice and low there. Where does he go here? He does take it all the way to the berm. The amount that back end was sliding, that looks like a 110 rear tyre to me. Which is the only reason that I went for the 120 is to help me out a little bit. You can see that back end is getting slightly lively. But I think that's the reason why Aiden's made some of these berms and 90-degree corners a bit more shallow than he did last year. It's just so people have to be a bit more... It slows people down, basically. It makes you have to be more precise. Should see what's on his airbox. I don't have anything... don't have anything downloaded for this yet. I only got sent one skin prior to this. So, and I know it's just pre-season, but hopefully before the actual season begins, people will have some skins for me to download. So Steiner's had enough there. We've got Pitt rocking the KTM. Pitt's been really fast recently. He's been particularly fond of my Pittomania track, which I guess is a similar sort of vibe to this. The scaling's obviously much different, but the Pittomania track does have a bit of an SMX style to it. So we'll see if he can improve his lap. I don't think that's kind of where he wants to be right now. We've got 7 minutes left in this qualifying session. Doesn't look like anyone in here is setting any absolute heaters. Thing is, I know I kind of don't want to switch away from this man right here because I know when he puts a lap down, it's going to be a very fast lap. Because right now, I think Brock's about 1.2 seconds faster than anybody. Because there's one or two fast people in the other servers combined, but I don't think they're as busy of a server as server A or B. Didn't get a good run through there. Ideally, he would like to step over that. He's still carrying on the lap again, though. Oh, he does go for the step over and triples out. I'm very curious. I don't know. Do you boys reckon that this is faster? I was only able to get this once, but he basically hits the dragon's back a bit quicker. He then steps up and over this table here. She barely got. And then you triple off of this all the way out. Now, you do go quite high up in the air. So that momentum's not really moving forwards at all. It does look like Tyler did improve on his lap time, though. Based off of that, he did go into the 24.4. He does still have another 1.1 seconds to gain if he wants to catch up with Mr. BW Dub, who's currently in first. I think the tyres are definitely just a personal preference for a lot of people. I think a lot of these boys are probably running the 110. I was running the 120 when I was riding this track just because I'm pretty poo in the corners these days, so it helps me in the turns a bit. But if you run the 120, it does make rhythms a bit more difficult for you because it just creates extra drag. It doesn't like go forwards as much as you'd like. I mean, Tyler's going for back-to-back heaters here by the looks of it. Getting that very, very clean. No hang-ups at all on the landing. Gonna pop that front wheel up a little bit. Yep, soak it up. Try and step over. Doesn't get it clean. He still goes for the quad out. Barely gets over that. That's still going to be quicker than what he done last lap. Just chooses to go on this time. I do think on-off is quicker. Oh, he hit the bales. A lot of these boys are going to forget that all these bales have collisions. Because we're so used to playing on tracks where the bales don't affect us at all. He's still carrying the lap on. Is it going to be quicker? Let's have a look as he goes across the line. He's gone very deep into that last corner. Does go quicker again. He takes another half a second off there. So he's now only 0.6 behind Mr. B-Dub. Steiner not looking very happy with the track so far. And Ronnie's saying so slippery. Aidan, if you're in here, is this track soft soil? Or is it something different? Because I thought it felt quite slippery when I was riding it. But that could purely just be because the berms are more shallow than we've had previously, so you can't get the bike quite as cranked over. It is soft soil, okay. I thought it would just be the way that the corners were built. I think when did we get the most current tyres that we use these days? When did they come out? Have we done Supercross? I think it's only Aerial that we've done on them, haven't we? I think the DDC season we had before was on the old tyres. So I don't think anybody's really had a good go on the Soupy tracks on these tyres up until this point. At least not on Beta 20, anyway, or Beta 20B. Where I think that whilst the traction wasn't directly changed, the overall physics of the game changed with like the rider's weight, and I do think that negatively impacts how the side of these tyres work. Merck's run a good lap as well. He's only 0.6 off the back of Tyler right now. I mean, Tyler must be on a fast one again because he's made it quite deep into the lap. He's got really good throttle control around here, but so that back end is staying nice and planted. Gets the quad over the table clean, which means he gets the quad out nice and clean. Is he? Oh, there goes the front end. That's what's easy to happen. Because these berms are shallower than normal, it is very, very possible that you get the front end just cranked a little bit too far over, which is exactly what happened. And you can see how much lean angle he's got going on here. The suspension compressed. He tried turning down tight mid-corner, and it looks like the front wheel just starts to give way on the exit here and just doesn't manage to get him all the way around the turn. And that's purely because I guess the depth of the berm, it's more shallow. It's not quite as steep as it has been in years past. Right, let's go back to the auto camera. Let's stay on board with a little bit of Merc. Let's see what Merc can do. We got 3 minutes left of qualifying, so there's no point in me hopping out into a different lobby. Hello, Tony. Going very well, thank you. Welcome back to the stream, good sir. Yeah, Merc having a little bit of a hang-up there, getting caught on the inside of them bales. I think a lot of what's going to make people struggle is you can't really get away with anything on this track. Like, you have to be precise and you have to respect the track as well. I'm thinking of... So, the aerial Supercross tracks... Was it last year or was it this year? I actually can't remember. It was round 2, and it was like a super short lap time. It's a track where Tomac went around the outside of Jet in that sand left-hander. Whichever one that was. That race in-game for us. I remember there being one tight left 180, where you could either go the whole way around the corner around the berm, or when I was watching Chase's stream for NA, he was hugging really tight inside, but you could basically ride through the bales. So that's kind of what I mean on what you can get away with. because in aerial, I don't think them bales on the inside there had collisions, so you could get away with pushing your face and front end through it and being okay. You can't do that here. You have to be very, very careful on where you ride. So I think it makes for... just the integrity of riding, I think, is a bit better when that happens. Right, let's stay on board for Merc here. He's got one more, possibly two more attempts at this, depending if he messes it up at any point. Gets over those doubles very clean. He does go a little bit long on the table, but it's very easy still to go triple after that. Lines up the corner afterwards nicely, apexes it, he goes triple in, triple again. He does tag the back wheel though, so he's going to go straight back to the pits again. See, Tyler's going to start a lap now. Everybody looking to start laps right at the end. Got CM on the Fortnite team. Didn't know they were hiring the MX bikes, but there you go. See what Tyler can do right at the end here as well. He's just, this is all it takes as well, because most of these boys will all be doing the same rhythm. It's just about how low you can stay. You see Pitt not quite able to get all the way up and over that. I think that KTM will hinder him in corners like that, because the back end is definitely noticeably more slippery than it is on the Yamahas. Again, he tries scrubbing through that rhythm, cases the quad because of it, so his lap's going to be over there. Or Merck's tagging the back end in the same place as last lap, so he's not been able to get the triple quad after that as well. What's Rush looking like? There's less, there's a, what's that, 10 thousandths right now between Rush and Merck in lap times. So Rush is, I think, gone back to the pits. No, that's it. It's done. Qualifying is over. So I'm going to load the track back up in testing real quick whilst they compile the qualifying results, and then we'll bring that up onto the screen and see where everyone finished. I believe... I didn't see Troy in that first quaddie server that I joined, by the way. He was meant to be in there. I don't know if I was just blind. I believe, from what I witnessed, that it could be wrong. Somebody else in another server could have gone faster. Cam, I think, was in Group C, for example. I think Mr. Brock Williams qualified first, though. He had a 23.3, I think it was. Then I saw Tyler over 23.9, so depending on what Cam's done elsewhere, we should see. Am I doing my server? I'm not racing today, Bruce. Merked off the couch and times are this close. Listen, you can't question talent, you know? If he wants to come back and just be good again, then that's what he does. Yeah, I'm commentating these races. I'm not competing in them. Actually, oh, I forgot. Never mind. I had a marker set on this track in testing for the video that went up today, but I auto-forwarded my game so it didn't save. Oh god. Yeah, so I'm rocking a 120 rear tyre around here, which definitely helps me in some places, but then also hinders me in others. Oh, so I think you'll see most of the top boys probably rocking the 110. If I had to guess. Can we get a little wheelie off the table? Oh yeah. There's a reason that I'm not racing. Bro is hella washed. I generally believe, I don't know what they're going to put the road on, but I do think that this track is actually going to get quicker as the road comes in. About halfway through the race, it'll be faster, because they'll be able to rattle the corners harder than they can currently. Do 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 do. So we go up and over the finish line. We try and apex this. We scrub and then try and go double on the brakes over the table. Go triple. You want to land as far left here as possible. Don't really want to take the outside here at all. Reason being, I'll show you why. This. Thank you, Barbosa. This happens on a lot of Supercross tracks. Is you'll notice as you exit this 90, if you can see exactly where my front wheel is placed, you'll notice that the berm, as it meets the takeoff of the single, it makes the takeoff a bit more shallow because they're merged together slightly. That happens on, I think, a lot of the aerial tracks as well with 180s. So what happens is if you rail this outside and you take off here, you're theoretically getting less pop because the takeoff isn't as steep. Whereas if you can land on the far left and then apex it across and take off about here, you're going to get more pop and go higher up in the air. So that's what you'll see a lot of the top boys doing today. Obviously helps if you do the whole rhythm so you have some sort of momentum behind you. And as you go through here, it's super easy to overjump this triple in. So you got to check up just the right amount, downside that, stretch out the quad afterwards. I didn't see anybody able to quad all the way out of this, but again, there might have been something that I wasn't watching at all. Then up and over the soupy triple, through the whoops again. Gonna double our way back into the stadium. High speed left, right here. I don't think there's too much room for passing in that bit, but you could probably make a very aggressive move going into that inside in that corner if you wanted to get the elbows out. Panda top qualified, did it? Ooh, so qualifying results are up already. Let me finish this lap off and then we'll go and have a cheeky little look. Oh, he didn't top... Okay, so he didn't qualify in times. You got cut from the results. Again, I don't know why you did it, Brock, if you're not going to race. It's very, very strange. Did you go faster again? Did you get a 23.1? Because if you were still on that 23.3, I think Tyler had a 23.9. I am a little bit disappointed to not see a Rex or a Chase here. I understand Chase's reason, because he's currently away from home, so he'd be playing on the laptop anyway. But I don't know what Rex is up to. I do see him sign up for random MyMXB races fairly often, so... Not sure why he's not taking part in this one. Oh. Yeah, I think, by the sounds of it, Tyler would have top qualified then. Let's have a look. Let's have a little looky. What do we want here? Okay, the times aren't up just yet. We'll see where everybody ended up. Unfortunately, that does mean more admin work for Aiden. Having to remove Brock. Have any EU sounds? I've tested a few things, but quality has been an A. One else you've been an A too. Okay. That's fair enough. There's going to be some server testing stuff done during the course of tonight as well, by the looks of it. Okay, MXB rank times. Oh, okay, yeah, so there'll be the world records on there for the time being. Right. Okay, so if we've got... Are these all the times? These do look to be all the times. Okay, so let's have a little looky at these qualifying times. Oh, some of you are going to be very happy with the Jan. So, Brock is in first here, but Brock's getting removed because he wanted to make Aiden's life more difficult by showing up when he's not racing. So, Tyler was in first with a 23.7, so Tyler actually went a little bit quicker than I remember watching. He might have done that right at the end. Very good time from Boy. By the way, just note that this is first, this is second, this is third, this is fourth. Who can you guys are all in the know, by the way. Can you tell me who this is? Like, people change their names all the time. I can never keep up with it. Can you let me know who this is so I know who it is for my own reasons during? I don't know who Didi is. Troy was not top 10. It might look like that because it says 8th here, but you have to combine these and these together. So he was around 15th place. That's Pan. Wait, so we got two different pandas back to back? If we've got two people going by Panda, then by all means, but I don't know who this man is. 2024 250 East champion. I'm not going to lie, I don't know who that was. I have no idea. Maybe there's two pandas back to back. That's the fast panda. Have we actually got just a multiple pandas going on in here? Got Panda 1, Panda 2? I thought Panda's name was... Yeah, who is this? I thought Panda's name was like Garrett or something, so DD would make no sense. But basically, the answer is who won NA 250 East last year? Heat 1 is up, thank you, Aidan, which means we're going to do this. We're going to change the overlay. We are going to minimize this, and we are going to go and join the server. It is going to be one at a time, yes, because it's all combined. Reed, I understand you keep typing that, but what was his name previously to this? That's all I want to know. I don't care about his full government details. I just need to know what his gamer tag was prior to it being DD, so I can, you know, make some sort of correlation as to who I'm talking about. Right, SMX Heat 1 spectate. Heats are staggered, yes, but it's because there's just one class. So it's not like there's 250, 450, 250, 450, it's just Heat 1 and then Heat 2. If anybody has good MX bikes knowledge or IQ, it's whoever won 250 NA East last year in 2024. .3 a road. Ooh. Actually, that's not bad at all, because in that ranked race that I done just now, it was on .25, and I didn't even notice it at all. Yeah, 2024. My brain, no brain. I think did 2024 have region lock as well? I'll be honest, boys, I have no idea what's going on anymore these days. Right, we are going into Heat 1. Let me turn off all of the things that we don't need anymore. Get that on there. Got people's names up. We've got that up as well. Change this in. Let's do a little bit free roam. If it was for Evoke's stuff, Sigma, then no. If you are HS, only reason being was because I didn't think Evoke would qualify for this. I didn't think he would qualify. It's the nicest way possible. But you're the only person that sent me anything, so don't worry about it for tonight. I'll make sure that I get a bunch of stuff downloaded for round number 1 rather than round number 0. Hopefully people go out of their way to make some skins for me. We got the Jan. We got the Jan. There he is, he's lurking. We've got Tiger in here. Got Braden. It's going to be a bit of a culture shock, I think, for a lot of people that prefer the 250s. Because I can tell you, like, hand on heart right now, as somebody that's ridden 450s for like the last 4 years, at the current state of the game, the 250s are so much more enjoyable to ride on. But it does add a level of difficulty, I think, to these bikes. Like, the 450s are harder to ride. Just because there's a bunch more wonkiness to them, I suppose. Let's take it in all its beauty. ANZ Arena. Aidan, we might have to talk about our the methods that we use to make things lower poly. What's going on? What's happening? When you zoom right out, it looks okay. We are rocking at the ANZ Stadium. Doesn't that look majestic in the background? It was East, Fuzzy Blood. It's the grip. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. The weight of the bike is really wonky compared to the 250s. So sometimes, not in Supercross, being outdoors, you'll kind of just topple over the far side of a rut. And then as well, the grip is just arse. Even on a 120 rear tyre, the grip's awful. And I find that really weird, that the 120 tyre on the 450 has so much less traction, even if you're like half throttling, than the 100 rear tyre does on a 250 at full throttle. Like, that doesn't make sense to me, but just OEM things. Thank you very much, Alex. Sloppy kisses back to you. Mwah. Nice and sloppy. It was Cade. Oh, okay. So Caden's changed now. Why's his name DD? It used to be, I think it was it K-Dog and then Caden and now DD? I'm just going to call him Caden, if I can remember. Although there is a hell of a lot of Cadens in this game, so I'm probably getting him confused with one of the 7 others. Right, we are going. We've only got 17 people in here. Which surprises me. I thought we'd have more people rocking up, but we're going to go to the auto camera. Because outdoors, flying around in my own drone cam, a lot easier to do than Supercross, so we're going to see how these cameras go for now, and hopefully they're not too bad. Yeah, we've got a Caden, we've got a Cadin, we've got a Cadin with a Y, we've got like a Caden with a Y, we've probably got a Cadon somewhere, or a Cadun with a U. They're all over the place. All over the place. So, the revs are up. Just MX Bikes things. Doesn't want me to look at people. So this heat race right here is 7 minutes plus 1 lap. Rush is going to get a good drive up the inside. He's going to come out with the lead. Gets onto that tabletop okay. Tyler coming through in P2. We've got Washed up here as well. KFC up here as well. Pitt looked to have a bad start there. I saw him down on the deck pretty early on. But Chapstick, Mr. Rush Chapman on the Elite X Jester machine. The Fantic leading the way in front of the Yamaha of Tyler, the Yamaha of KFC, and then another Yamaha of Braden from Moto Academy. As Tyler, looking to make a pass early, goes up the inside of Rush, manages to make it nice and clean. I am slightly concerned. It does smell like burning toast in my house. I don't think Linda's cooking anything, and that probably means I'm going to have a stroke sometime soon, so watch this space. Someone has just aired the shit out of the wall on that one. Who was that? KFC going for the big quad. He then goes triple and single after that. That is going to mean that he can't triple out of this section, but it looks like nobody did, I don't believe. Everyone having to double in there and then go triple on off afterwards. I'm interested to see if that's a line that KFC is going to do every lap. We do have some carnage. Ross going down. He's going to collect Boy with him, I think that was. So Troy's now going to be promoted a position. He tries to go on X Games mode, but he goes over the bars. And to remind everyone in here, this is the top 9 going through to this. The rest of the people go through to the LCQ. So Troy, with that one mistake, actually, on the G Fuel machine, finds himself in the final transfer spot. AL's going to go down. Somebody else just went down there as well. That was Hard Dog. His bike spinning around. He's having to struggle to get a respawn going. Going to have to pick himself up on the deck and get moving forwards. Boy is down here as well, who was one of our top qualifiers. I think he qualified in P3 or 4 overall. So not the start of the race that he would have wanted to have. Pitt as well. Again, Pitt very, very fast on a normal basis. Looks like he's struggling a little bit there on this track. We're going to go back to the front. We have got Tyler in front of Rush. I don't know. Tyler's gapped quite a lot, actually. I'm just waiting for the timing to update, actually. Looks like Rush must have made a mistake in this last sector of the lap. So Tyler's going to lead us through at the start of the lap. Rush is going to come across in second. Tyler with a nice, healthy 5-second lead at the end of lap number 1. Rush and KFC rounding out to the top 3. Wash is going to come across here in P5. We've then got Wyatt, who I believe this might be the Wyatt that's been a bit of a ranked demon over the last couple of months, who did also get banned from ranked. We won't talk about that. He's doing all okay up here. Troy is now going to move himself up to 6th, but he's going to go off the track. What happened for him to go that far off the side? Did he... Oh, he just collects into the back of other people making mistakes. That's unfortunate. So I think that was Washed that he ran into the back to there. Look at this train of riders that we've got. We've got Washed, Wyatt, we've got Troy, we've got Davey. I think that's Tiger just behind them as well on the KTM that looks like a Suzuki because of my model swap. And this is all to play for right now. This is P9. Like, this is the final spot that these boys have to try and make it through into the night show. And if they don't get it done right now, they're going to go through probably what will be a very stacked LCQ. We're going to keep an eye on this position, see if anything more changes. Tiger is the man that needs to make some moves right now. No, actually, Tiger's got it on cuts. So a few cuts come into play from these guys. And again, I think even if you have an honest mistake, an honest crash, I think you're going to get a second or two worth of cuts again. So, should be all good. You're upset I'm not suited and booted for the commentary again. I thought that this was just a bit more casual, you know. And but between us, just because I think we're all friends here. I may not have washed the shirt yet that I wore during GPs. It's been sat in the washing basket for a couple months now. Anyway, getting back to it. We have now got, we got a I thought Ashika was a team. We've now got Ashika as a whole entire name right now. Rest in peace, by the way. Rest in peace. Mr. Number 39. Troy has thrown away a prime position in this race. He was in P6. He now finds himself in P12, trying to come back through. We're going to see how this goes. Not getting too lucky by the looks of it. I'm really shocked. I don't know if Aiden can give any insight as to what he's done with the soils on these tracks, but I'm very, very shocked right now. It could even be because it's in Sydney, Australia. Maybe he's gone as far as making it so it's like more of a hard pack base, so it doesn't erode quite as quickly. We're rocking 0.3 around here, and the track does not seem to be going away whatsoever right now. We're going to give a little bit of love to the man out in front just for a second, just to recognise his talents. He won the DDC Championship last year. I think it was fairly convincingly as well. He has a 12-second lead in the space of less than 5 minutes in this heat race. We have then got Rush, who was on a 250 machine in DDC last season, battling against Timos for that championship. He is rocking around in P2 right now. KFC, the Frenchman, he's in third, just about to get passed by Wash, but he jumps back up the inside. Wash going for a very aggressive pass. He says, voulez-vous, get the fuck out of my berm. Wash makes an aggressive move. He goes through to third momentarily, but then gets quickly passed by Braden on the Moto Academy machine. Is this... Never mind. I was going to say, is this Aussie Braden? But it's not Aussie Braden. That is Brado, to be correct. Didn't know Moto Academy were picking up more players. But a nice little battle going on here between these two. Braden keeping it nice and patient. We're getting requests to see what Tyler's lap time is. Best lap is a 25.1. Last lap was a 25.3. So rocking very consistent times right now. And as I said whilst playing earlier on, I think the average lap time for these top boys are going to be around the 25-second mark. So, you know, the OG, 5 years on the game. He gets things right on occasion. Pitt, God, Pitt's down horrendous. Oh my God, Tiger's ping is sending him to the moon. Hang on, we got to have a little watch of this. Is Tiger... Is it Tiger that's from Portugal? Or is this Tiger from the US? 'Cause I think we've got two of them. He might be from Portugal. If so, that explains the ping quite a lot. And if so, we do have a Portuguese round right at the end of the season, which should be very, very cool if he can get into that one at his home round. So Pitt's going to make his way past Tiger. Troy's in 13th right now. Unfortunately, he is going to have to make up about 11 seconds and 3 or 4 passes if he wants to get his way through to a qualifying space. Wyatt's rocking around here in the final transfer spot from this race. Tiger's from Germany. Oh, okay, okay. I know that I think there is more than one Tiger in the community. Or it might be more than one Panda. One of the guys like that is from Portugal. I need to remember who it is. Hello, Declan. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, Wyatt is looking to be that last man right now. Dizzle's going to go down. That's going to give a spot away from Dizzle. He was in the Discord prior to this event saying that he hopes that he makes it through, but it's going to be close. And he wasn't wrong. He has now been demoted into the final transfer spot. And he does have Davey on the Suruku machine, not right on his cheeks in terms of track position, but it looks like Dizzle does have more cuts. And Wyatt gets the rhythm section wrong. Davey's going to grease it. He's going to go on, off at the end. He's going to gain a lot of time on the back of Wyatt there. He's on the Suruku machine as well. Can't get the quad out. Wyatt tried to pull the trigger. Doesn't quite get it. So Wyatt's now going to fall, I think, back to P10 after that mistake. So he's going to be going out of this one. Have we got any more battles going on nice and close? We've got KFC here on the back of Ashika. Boys made really good progress after his bad start, getting up into a transfer spot. Tyler is somehow 21 seconds ahead of everybody else right now, which I have to imagine if you're in Heat 2 watching this, you're probably thinking, oh, this isn't looking too good. I know that Mr. Cameron Box is probably lurking somewhere, trying to eye up the competition, just waiting. We're going to see what Cam can do in his next session as well. So we've got Tyler. He's on his last lap. He's going to cross the line here, getting it done. He does lap people as well in that short 7 minutes. So Tyler's going to go across in P... what? Last lap now. It wasn't the finish line. So Tyler's going to do his last lap right here. He's working his way through. We've then got Rush in at P2. We've got Braden in P3. Wash is in P4. They're just following a nice train of each other here. I don't imagine any of these boys are going to make any particularly aggressive passes on this last lap. They're all in a transfer spot. Although, with the way that Wash yeeted KFC over a berm earlier, I don't know if that was the instigating pass or if that was a retaliation for something KFC might have done later on. KFC dives up the inside, runs boy a little bit high, but still respectful. We still gave him a good amount of room there, and they're both going to be able to hit the next rhythm section absolutely fine. Which again, with the scaling of this the scaling of this NSP SMX track that we've got here, it does allow you to get away with tripling if you don't hit things absolutely perfectly. So lots of room for recovery. People are going to be more inclined to try and make some slightly more aggressive passes because they haven't got to worry about hitting the corner perfect afterwards. Let's have a look, see if there's any drama in the last spot here. Doesn't look like it. Davies very, very comfortably in that P9 spot. Wyatt's had a bit of a stinky last 2 laps. He's going to be about 8 seconds out of a transfer right now. Troy must have stopped to use the porta toilet at some point, as he's dropped all the way back down here to P14. Had a little bit of a battle actually for the 13th spot. I think Troy's missing out on it on cuts, so Hard Dog is going to cross the line before him there. But Tyler's crossed the line. He is your Heat 1 winner. He's going to find a very easy ticket straight through. Rush is going to be in second. Braden and Wash getting into it a little bit there, going into the last corner. Wash has had some very, very shoulders up riding during this. Oh, no, actually, no. Braden did cut very harsh to the inside there. I'm not holding that against Wash whatsoever. He really had nowhere to go. You can't slam on the brakes midway through a whoop section. So Wash is going to cross the line in third. Braden is going to be fourth. Boy fifth. KFC sixth. Ashika in seventh. Davey in eighth. And then Dizzle in ninth place. Those are going to be your 9 direct transfers right through to the main event tonight. Everybody else from Wyatt all the way down to Pitt will find themselves going through to the LCQ. It's Pumbaa that I'm thinking of. Thank you, Declan. I knew it was something like that. I'm just thinking of like Timon and Pumbaa, lions, tigers, you know, pandas, all this stuff. So that's where the confusion lied. Pretty decent first moto or first heat race I thought there, other than Tyler making it a bit boring, disappearing out in front. Yeah, Tiger, that ping was crazy. You were all over the place. I have been sent a message on Discord today from a Mr. Not Found. And if any of you know who Not Found is, he's basically my arch nemesis when it comes to enduro stuff. Let me back out of this server as well, and we can go into heat race number 2. And he has beaten my Krakenberg world record by 9 seconds. So I'm going to have to try and get that back again at some point. So watch this space. That'll be a nice video for me to try and get. Or maybe I'll try and do it in a live stream. We'll see. I've got no idea. Right, let's hop into heat race number 2. So Aiden sent me, I don't know if he's made this public, but he sent me a message, because this is a pre-season race and he's doing some experimenting. He has both NA and EU servers to experiment with things today. So qualifying servers are NA, Heat 1 and the LCQ are going to be NA, however Heat 2 and the main event are going to be EU servers. It's always a bit hard knowing what servers to run, because this is basically split coast. I'd say it's a pretty good 50-50 mix of EU and NA players. So there's always going to be like one half of the field that are at a disadvantage compared to the others. So I'm very curious to see people's feedback on that. Oceania on EU is so bum. Let's have a look at the ping. Oh, Vixnev, 300 ping, boom, back. Like, you're finished. Oh, the game's gone. Yeah, he's finished. You hate to see it. We have, is this... Wait, let's have a look. Heat 2, no, Heat 2 will be EU. I thought that would be Willie, but Willie's from NA, so maybe Willie didn't make it through. I don't know. Unless it is Willie, and he just hasn't, he's got different ping for some reason. Source, how did you get your heat race wrong? Yeah, off to the LCQ review. Right, let's go. Number 2. So in this one, ones to watch, we have got Mr. Dylan Dallaire, aka Caden, aka K-Dog, aka 2024 NA 250 East champion. We've got a man flickering about on the old... is that? Oh, that's Star Game. Okay. We have got Panda in here as a one to watch. We've got Merckx, we've got Caden. Rye Guy, I think, has been putting in pretty good results the last few races that I've watched. I believe he's an NA person. We've got Splash, we've got Steiner. JS7 has some good results near. Breezy is Breezy. Dorian has some pretty good results from time to time as well. So very interesting to see how this goes. We've got 1, 2, 3 different kinds of bike in here as well, which is nice to see. Let me go in the free camera just for the start as well, so we can capture everybody in here. Who's it going to be going into turn 1? It is going to be Mercked. SPX goes flying off. Stargame goes flying off. Jade High at first corner right here. So Ryguy is going to come out in the lead right now, followed by your top qualifier, Mr... No. Yes, top qualifier after Brock got removed, Mr. DD. We've then got Steiner with a good start. Again, I said in qualifying, Steiner does have that good 1-lap pace. We'll see if he can keep it on 2 wheels for the opening few laps. Merck's going down again, which is very unfortunate. Speaking of Steiner, commentator's curse has struck. Let me hit a quick little rewind, see where that went wrong. Is this just too many people trying to fit in the same hole? No, this is insane ping by the looks of it. I'm not sure what happened there. People going in and out all over the place. Let's go back into the proper broadcast cameras. We'll try and find someone who can hop on board with. So we have got Ryguy just chilling out in front. 2-second lead already in half a lap's time. He's loving life out in front right now. If you're Ryguy in this situation, eyes in front, smooth laps. If you keep it up on 2 wheels, even if you don't hit every rhythm section perfect... I need to change my overlay. Even if you don't hit every rhythm section perfect, there's no chance you get worse than a 9th with this good of a start. DD, however, your top qualifier, is back in that 9th place. So we're going to see if it was a fluke, if he's a hot lap hero, or if he can bring it all the way home in the races as well. Breezy goes down, which is going to now relegate him to 9th. Splash goes up the inside of him, which I think is going to move Breezy down to 10th, which is not too good. Let's sit on the Steiner mobile, see if there's any more crashes or incidents. I feel like I'm this man's bad luck charm. When we raced Redbud last week, and he was in front of me, I said, like, I think I'm Steiner's bad luck charm, he's going to crash in a second, and he crashed. So let's see if it's the same case when I'm spectating him as well. Let's see if anything bad happens there. So as it runs right now, we've got Ryguy in front, Skylar, aka Relics, in P2, Panda in P3, Caden in 4th, and then Dorian rounding out the top 5. Caden has already moved up to P6 after his bad start, so he's definitely regaining quite well. Splash coming up short in the rhythm right there. Steiner's going to dive up the inside of him. And is there going to be any drama going into this final corner? Splash got a better run, goes up the inside, stays nice and low. Very, very respectful race in there. No cross jumps either, which is nice to see. They both got up the inside of Breezy right there. Not consensual. That boy is still underage, to the best of my knowledge. Everyone going to go up and over the table. Breezy coming up a bit short there as well. Look at these boys. They're actually doing a straight rhythm. They're side by side the whole way. Oh, diving up the inside. Relics has made some mistakes. He was in P2. He's now going to find himself basically battling for a P7 or so by looks of it after that one mistake. He's going to just filter in behind these boys. Is he going to get the triple in? Cases the triple in. Dylan going over the bars as well. You hate to see that. Splash and Steiner are not getting off of each other right now. This is actually quite fun to watch the train that's going on at the moment. JS7 has had a very, very stinky start to this race. He is back in P15 right now. T-Moss is racing. Is T-Moss Dylan? Are we just for research purposes? Right. Splash is going to get going again. What have we got going on at the front? Again, Ryguy is just running his own race. What are the lap times looking at for Ryguy at the moment? Not actually, that's lap 1, isn't it? So we're going to get an actual idea when he crosses the line this time. He's going to be rocking in the 27s. He's rocking like a Lin's pace right now. So it goes to show, if you get the whole shot and you just be patient, you can rock some pretty good laps. Huge cut by Splash. Oh. Splash's lap is not counting by the looks of it. He must have gone off the track right when there was a sector. So Splash has now been put down to 18th position. I'll be interested to see what the admins have to say about that, if they're going to give him the position back at the end, or if they're just going to say, tough luck, you're going to the LCQ. We'll see how it goes. I very much doubt Splash is cheating. So for the sake of... I know you've got a spam name, so you're probably looking for a reaction. He's not cheating, he's just missed a timing gate, so chill the fuck out. Anyway. Carrying on. We got Panda out in the lead. He cut a whole sector? Yeah, I doubt that. I think he would be much higher up on the track than where he is right now if he cut a whole corner. He's still with Steiner, for example, so he might have just crashed, regained to the best of his ability, and he just happened to miss out a sector. It happens sometimes. But yes, Splash is going to find himself 1 minute and 33 seconds behind, which is not ideal. If he generally did... then by all means, there's multiple people telling me. Yeah, I could have been absolutely wrong. We'll rewatch that. Can you guys tell me what time it happened at? We'll go back on the stream after this race is done. We'll have a little look to see what happened there. Because if that is a legit car, then they won't give him that back at all. They'll just say, no, off to the LCQ with you, buddy. Right. Panda is just comfortably out in front right now. Rye Guy's made a couple of mistakes, but after that good start, he's still sitting in a solid P3. He only missed the corner. Oh, so it's not that bad then. Yeah, it's not that terrible. But I don't think he'll get his lap back anyway. That's just how it goes. Steiner rocking around in a P7 right now. He did share just a couple of words about the track in his qualifying heat, so I don't know if he's just not feeling it tonight, as he gets underneath Mr. Dylan right there. Dylan lands on top of him, and we're on EU servers right now, I believe, so that NA ping is going to lose to Steiner's EU ping. Hate to see that. Got any nice battles going on? I mean, there's a four-man train going on right now between these lot. Got Dylan just behind. We've got Dorian, Breezy, Relics, and Stargame. I don't think I've ever seen Stargame's name before in a lobby. So he's doing pretty damn good. He's up here in a transfer spot. He's rocking around in, I think, 6th place, timing and scoring, showing him in right now. See how it goes. Breezy is in the final transfer spot here. Breezy must have a lot of cuts. Because that is about 4 people that he's in front of on track. But he can't keep the trigger finger under control, though. Breezy's losing the back end a little bit. Gets all kinds of wrong, facing the wrong way on the track. You do not want to see that with everybody jumping towards you. That's very unfortunate. So that's going to promote everybody else up one more position. Vixnev, he's just behind Breezy now on the Ramen Co machine. He does, however, have Aussie ping, so he's probably struggling quite a lot around here. I'm trying to have a look at our leaders, but sometimes if you're too far away on the track, it doesn't ping you straight to them. It looks like Panda and Caden just kind of spinning laps together. No urgency at all. They know they're going to get through. Caden actually choosing to double in here. And then go over triple in. Maybe he's preferring triple into this corner rather than having to single in at the end. That could be a good shout. But again, we've got Skylar, Dorian, and Stargame all battling over this right here. This is for P4 overall. It looks like everybody's struggling to get the triple into this rhythm. Dylan does get it behind all these. He does leapfrog a couple of positions there as Breezy goes up the inside of Dorian. He's going to make Dorian struggle through this next section as well. It's all to play for. There's only 2 laps left to go, and these boys are basically all battling for the last transfer spot. Ready for the easy aerial track this Friday? Yeah, we know what to expect at this point. We know what to expect. That's why we do this. That's why we do this. So, as we regain, I kind of want to let everybody go across the fit. Breezy's gone down again. Blood does not want to transfer through to this main event. I kind of want to let everybody go through the finish line once, just so the timing and scoring can all catch up again. We've got Steiner working his way through. Oh my god. Dylan is racing very aggressively. Like, very, very aggressively. I'm seeing him get into the back of quite a few people here. Let's have a quick little look. 183 ping. There's other... No, never mind. There's other US people. I suppose it depends what coast you're on. Depends where you're from. I think that's... the only downside that you have, really, when there's no region lock and everyone's combined, is the ping, but... I don't think that's necessarily the series fault. I think that's more of a Paboso issue of the servers just being that terrible, to be honest. I can't do donator-thons all the time. Happy, I apologise, but they make me feel very dead inside. I've been sleeping so much the last week or so after finishing that donator-thon. So Panda's going to work his way through here. I think there is still 1 lap left to go. I don't think this is the last lap he's on right now. I think he's going to cross the line. And then when he goes over the line, it's going to start the last lap. So we're just going to follow him through over the finish line, see if that's the case. No, he does finish. So there you go. Panda's going to win that heat. Why is there no... I've just realised. I need to check something. I need to check something when this is done. Caden's going to go through there in P2. Rye Guy, again, got the whole shot, did exactly what he needed to do, nice solid riding. He's going to go through in P3, make it through. Steiner looks like he had a bit of a battle through the course lap race, but he comes through in 4th. And then Stargame is going to be in 5th. Relics, keep her up on 2 wheels. Oh, he's going to go down. And Vixnev goes down as well. That could generally put these out of position. Vixnev's going to panic and try to get across the line. Breezy's going to pass him. Could there be cuts? There was cuts. Breezy made the pass for 9th in the last corner because that mistake from Vixnev, but had too many cuts to hold on to it. So Vixnev's going to be your final transfer spot right here. Right, let me have a little look. By the way, when Sigma sent me Evoke's skins, I had no idea that Evoke was a team. I thought Evoke was one person. I thought they was called Evoke. And I was like, I've never heard of this person before. He's probably not going to qualify, so I didn't download it. That's why. Next week we'll have them for sure. I want to check something real quick. Because I'm pretty sure... Can we... I don't know about you guys. I did not see a Cameron box in that race. So, what's happened there? He said he missed it. We've had a few people missing heat races. What's going on? I mean, we're going to have a very stacked LCQ by the looks of it. We'll see if they can make it through. There you go. We are moving through this night very fast. Very fast. We're already moving through to the LCQs. We're going to change the overlay again. Bosh, look at that. Efficiency. Right, we'll wait for that heat race server to go up. Let me have a little check in the Discord as well, see what's popping. I have no idea who's talking to me right now. Whoever's just messaged me on Discord, I don't know who it is. I've got streamer mode on, so it doesn't show me a full name. I just see the letter P. Go, sisters, go, sisters. Oh, it's Panda. 250 Supercross Champ 1E. I have not... Can I just get... Oh, look at the... Hang on, this. Sorry, I'm trying to juggle multiple things here. I just want to know who Dylan is. That's all I'm after. I just need to know who it used to be. Just after a name. And when I clicked on his profile, I might have clicked on Pandas by mistake, but when I clicked on their profile, it said that they won 250 East last year. Not this year, last year. This track was so gay, that sounds like a massive skill issue. Is it just Travis? Is it just Timos? Yeah, I don't know why it all has to be shrouded in secrecy. I don't know why we can't just run our names. I don't know why we can't just say yes, it's Timos. Right, someone said it was at 127. I have no idea how long we've been going for though. 135. So 135 to 127 would be back about 8 minutes. They said it was with 130 left. So where is... That's already happened. Got to go back a bit. You think Dylan's Dan? I mean, Dan did get banned, didn't he? But Dan's from the UK, so Dan wouldn't have 180 ping. I'm sure somebody in here knows. Like, it's not... like, it's not hard. Like, we can just say who's who. Unless it's somebody that shouldn't be racing because they're worried they'll get banned again. So where did this happen? Here we go. Let's see. So was it here? Oh, okay. Hang on. Yeah, it might be. So he crashes there. Yeah. That looks like... Oh, you can't... God damn it. I'm not even sure. So he comes around the corner here. jumps over, tangles with Steiner, bike faces the wrong way. Instead of spinning around and joining on here, he decides to cut through here because he's panicking and trying to get going again. However, I believe one of the sector timing gates is here, so he missed the sector, so his lap didn't count. If I was Aiden, I would probably say, tough luck, you cut the track, rejoin in, so you're off to the LCQ. I don't think Aiden's going to give him a lap back for that. Doxed MXB, I believe. So is it just Willie? Because I think Willie wanted to do it. I have a feeling that the reason people might not be vibing with this track in particular is because you actually have to slow down in some places. And Aiden's one of the older people, not old in terms of age, he's still fairly young to be fair. But in terms of amount of years played the game, he's fairly older. And I feel like the people that have been around the game for 5-6 years don't like the state of the game at the moment with how wide open it is everywhere, like all of the aerial tracks have been. So he's intentionally built the track in a way to make people slow down, which for all of the unemployed, they probably don't like that. And it's a massive just difference from what they're used to, having to let go of the right trigger to get through rhythm sections right. No worries, Aiden, I'll wait for a bit. So for me, I would much rather hop on the game. Let's say I'm just playing and testing by myself. I'd much rather hop on the game and play a track like that than hop on the game and play any of the aerial tracks that we've had so far this year. Other than Daytona. I love Daytona. Any other of the aerial supercrosses, any of the aerial outdoors so far, except for maybe Parlour. I did enjoy Parlour a little bit. Everything else to me is just brain dead and takes no skill. You just duct tape your trigger down and that's it. Whereas this, you can override the track. And I like that about it a lot. I think the issue that we have a lot of time on the really fast tracks is you can go as fast as you want to go. There's no penalty for going too fast. Whereas on this, the penalty of going too fast is over jumping a rhythm section, so you then can't get the next quad cleanly afterwards. So you have to find that sweet middle ground, which I think a lot of people probably struggle with because you actually have to be thinking the whole time. Troy Jan's washed, he needs to stick to being a condom. That's not very nice. Don't you have to be good to be washed in the first place? I swear Troy's had like 1 P4 at last year's outdoors and that's it. We're going to have a fairly stacked LCQ, I think. We're going to have Cam in there. We're going to have Splash in there, probably. We're going to have Troy in there anyway, so that's quite funny. You're going to have Pitt in there as well. I mean, that's 4 people already that you probably want to go through. I imagine there's more people in there that I can't think of off the top of my head that also missed it. Yeah, it's a bit... I'm aware that me saying the aerial track's too easy is a little bit of not an ego thing, but you know, taking it for granted because there are a lot of people that maybe not struggle, but can't just duct tape their right trigger around and get around them. But if we take the aerial supercross tracks from this season, for example, for me, you download the track. In EU, you have 30 minutes to qualify. To me, it felt like I would download the track, I would do 2 laps to learn it, lap 3 would be a fast one, and then I feel no need to play for the remaining 25 minutes worth of the track being out before qualifying because we've already learnt the track. There's nothing to learn else about it. It's just that easy and straightforward. Whereas if I know this track's longer lap times as well, so it's hard to do a direct comparison. Even me playing this track last night for the track preview video, just getting that 1 fast lap in, it still took me a good like 20 attempts of just resetting to get 1 good clean lap in the whole way through. Oh yes, Declan's in it as well. Fast lap. Top quality was a low 123. It looks like some of these boys' race paces range between a 25 to a 27. So, yeah, probably anywhere around there. Maybe a 27 would be considered a good lap. I don't think a 27 would have got you qualified, though. Shall we do... This is something that'll keep the stream nice and entertaining whilst Aiden's writing the scripts for the LCQ. How do I do this? Plus, start a poll. Troy makes it through LCQ. I can't type. Yes or no? Start poll. My day's been very well. Thank you, Kay. Yes, late stream today, but that is the time that these races start. I mean, it's not terribly late for me. I mean, it's 11 PM right now. We've got an LCQ and a main event left to go, so it'll probably be finished by midnight for me, which isn't bad at all. I usually go to sleep after this anyway. I'm going to do the YouTuber thing, by the way, gamers. We have over 200 people sitting in here right now. We only have 52 likes. If you was here for any of the donate-a-thon streams, you know that my goal is to get to 69 every single stream because 30-year-old man likes funny haha sex number. So if you are a goated keyboard and mouse player, if you like your Fortnites, if you like your Counter-Strikes, and you got your mouse on screen, you just go, oh, bah! What, da! Subscribe, bang! One click, just drag, click, instantly like that. If you don't do it in your first attempt, then I know that all of your friends carry you in Fortnite, and you are constantly being backpacked and always need resin. We are at 70 now. See, I knew you was all God gamers. Thank you very much. Right. I'm going to vote as well. Troy makes it through LCQ? No. I can't do it. God damn it. Oh! I've broken my chat. It's back, it's back, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Right, let's close the vote then. End poll. That was pretty damn close, actually. That was 54% said no and 45% said yes. So that was almost a 50-50 split. Not quite, but almost. Thank you very much, Cyrus. So it'll only be a couple more minutes. It looks like my MXB is not working as intended, so it doesn't generate the scripts automatically. So Aiden's now got to go through on the server, take everyone's UID that qualified, put it in, take their name, put it in, and he has to do that for all like 20 or so riders that are taking part in the LCQ. I think the only thing that you need setups for in my many years of playing this game is a track with a particularly hard whoop section. I would say the whoops on this track are not hard, but without a setup I can see how they would be difficult. So set up for whoops, if you can get one, and then setups for sand, if you can get one. Other than that, I would say 95% of the time, you're pretty good stock. Even on a lot of the, I mean, especially this year's aerial tracks, we've got no braking bumps, so you're pretty good on stock there as well. But yeah, sand and whoops, I'd say they're the most two important conditions to have a good setup on. Let's do a little bit of a test, actually, until Aiden gives me the all clear that the servers are up. I guarantee as soon as I load in, he's going to tell me this. I'm going to just try and do a lap stock without any Supercross setup at all. You hope Tyler wins? That's not the way of looking at it, Cam. You're going to get... God damn it, Aiden. I knew it. We're not doing a lap in... We're not doing a lap with a stock setup. Cam, you meant to be coming for the W yourself. Don't make me squeak this duck extra aggressively. Alright, we're backing out. Cam doesn't make it through the LCQ. The duck gets it. Why... Can you explain your workings for us, Cam? Because I'm seeing very mixed reactions on this. And that this isn't, like, throwing accusations at all. This is purely from an outside standpoint of what I see. It seems like the people that perform better on the faster-paced tracks are having less of a fun time around this one tonight. Finn and Burn. Yeah, okay. That's kind of what I expected. Because of you, the duck gets it. You can't twist the grip. Isn't that's kind of the... I'm not whitelisted. That's kind of the point of it at the same time, though. Is it's... But in real life Supercross, they don't just bang it open wide on the throttle everywhere. There's a level of finesse to it. Like they have to roll on the throttle, come out of the corners. They then have to downside everything perfectly to then get the next rhythm section right. And it is still scaled bigger than real life is as well. Real life tracks are about 20 feet wide. This is 25 feet wide. I think it's too peaky. I think this is way less peaky than last year's ones were. I feel like the rhythms are pretty damn mellow as well. Yeah, but again, I'm not trying to argue. I'm just giving my opinion as well. If you are jumping off the track or hitting a tough block, you are trying to go too fast in different places. That's the end of the story, basically. It's the same as if you blow over a rut in outdoors. You're going too fast or you haven't turned enough. I think that's part of it as well, is to have a level of finesse about you, which I don't think many other series or tracks give you. A lot of it is just go as fast as you want or as fast as you can. See, I don't like racing in this game full stop anymore, as we all know. I've just fallen out of love with it. But in terms of what tracks I enjoy playing now, it's either B-Clay's GP tracks, because they are so much better than the aerial tracks have been this year, or it's more, I guess, fantasy/custom style Supercross tracks. The racing in Supercross is a lot of time is pretty booty cheeks because of the netcode, and that's a Poboso issue, I think, for the most part. I don't think there's really anything the track people can do about it, because even aerial Supercross is just arse cheeks. We are in gamers. Should we get a nice... Oh, I was going to get a nice cinematic view of the stadium, but people are loading in. Great song, by the way. No, it wasn't the Halo theme. Well, it is only pre-season. Hopefully you change your mind for the actual races this year. You finally get to do a championship without Rax munching your ass. Because, I mean, he hasn't shown up tonight. Lovely start gates, by the way. Hadn't even paid proper attention to them until right now. I like that it's not the full grate, it's just the individual ones. Do. I've got no idea, Coda, when MTG comes out at all for anything. There is a couple of forces at play when it comes to being able to get away with everything in this game. The first one is having no, like, legs off mechanics at all from Poboso. So you only really crash if you hit your head. And the second one is how disgustingly OP the OEM suspension is, so you can overjump anything that you want, and the bike won't give out on you. And I think that kind of all accumulates into why everything's so fast in this game. So we're going to see. 4 people are going to go through this. It's not quite as stacked as we thought it was going to be, since Cam isn't riding. But we've got Pit in here, we've got Splash in here, we've got the Jan in here, Merc, Breezy, Tiger. I expect 4 of those names I just mentioned to make it through. We'll see how it goes. See how it goes. Revs are up. And it's a cheeky little jump start for Mr. JS7. We're going to go back to the pits, we're going to re-rack them, and then we'll go again. Oh, your game fully crashed? Oh, okay. I did see somebody on my video today commented saying, like, why are they doing Supercross at this time of year? But I think it's more just because it's not a replica series at all, you know? It's just its own thing. I don't mind it at all. It's nice to mix things up a little bit. But then I'm not the one racing right now. I get to sit in the commentator seat and watch everybody else suffer and crash on this game. So let's have a look. Is the Jan going to get a good jump, do we reckon? We did have 54% of people say that he wasn't going to make it through. What's it going to be? Gate is down. He has an okay jump, but he's got about 6 people to his inside to worry about. Oh, there's carnage already. Troy goes down in the gate in the first turn, but he does get a good respawn, so he's not going to be down too horrendous. Breezy, however, did get sent flying. Source is down. I think he might be the only 250 rider in this field. I believe he is. Troy going down again. I think Troy might be written off already at this point. We have got AS with a very good start here. We have then got Mercs, Splash, and CM rocking up the final transfer positions. Hard Dog, Willy Bomba, Bomba, Clutch, Rus, Clutch, Pussy, Clutch, you know. And, oh, yes, that was a very interesting track re-entry there. Pit just yeeted into it. And again, boys, we've got to be a bit more patient rejoining the track. I know it's panic stations, but come on. Come on, you've got to calm down a little bit. So Pit got done a little bit dirty there. He's going to try and get going. That has given a lifeline to this man right here, who is the only skin that I have downloaded because he's been rocking the same stuff from the start of the GP season until now. Troy is going to try his best. I think he's in about 7th right now. CM is going to work his way through to the lead. Willy Bumba up into P2. We've then got Splash in P3. Monster, Merc, Troy is going to go through. Hard Dog, Source coming up short again on that TM. Breezy, Pit going down into Ollie Roy. Pit with an also bad re-entry, just rides sideways. Oh, collecting Tiger with him. And now Source is going down. It's a shit show at the back of the field here, boys. Go on, we've got to keep it up on 2 wheels. So Breezy is going to try and remount. Let's work our way through the stadium. See who our leader is. It is currently CM on the Fortnite machine. Does he get the quad into here? Fine. Up and over. Clean. Quad into the corner. Clean again. Same as Splash. Gets it even cleaner on the way out. Ville gets it wrong. Merc is going to come up the inside. Very aggressive pass. He hits the Bomba Claw on Ville. Bomba Bomba sends him flying off the track. Troy's now going to get gifted another position because of that. There has been some aggressive passes going on today, gamers. I mean, I love to see it, but I would hate to be on the receiving end. So Merc is going to move himself up into P3 with that pass. We've got a battle for the lead going on right now. CM Splash is up here as well. Let's hope that Splash doesn't miss out any timing gates in this race also. They're going up and over the tunnel jump, both downside that to perfection. Both tripling on the way out. Both choosing to go all the way around the outside there as well, rather than cutting across, and they must be finding more success with it. They both come up short on the triple in, though, and both ended up in similar sort of rhythms. Splash being very nice. Oh, I thought he was going to get that triple clean from the tight inside there. That would have been impressive. They're both messing it up. None of these want to win this right now. Thank God they've got a nice, comfortable lead over P3, who is looking to be murked at this current point in time. Merc, does he have cuts? I've got I think a few people have cuts here, unless Hard Dog's made a recent mistake. So Troy is currently sat in P6. He has 2 more positions to gain to make it through. And yet to remind everybody, the top 4 will go through to the main event from this. So right now, it's going to be CM, it's going to be Splash, it's going to be Hard Dog, and it's going to be Merc as well. It looks like AL has got cuts, although Hard Dog going down, that's going to give Troy another position. Can he come back from the depths? He had a absolutely atrocious first 2 corners. Is he actually going to be able to come back and get this done? We shall see. He's got one more position that he needs to gain. I'm pretty sure that AL in front of him does have at least a second worth of cuts. And it looks like, in terms of pace right now, he seems to be gaining. He's doing a pretty good job. I mean, he did, it was pretty much a 50-50 split on if people thought he'd make it through or not. We still have this battle brewing for P1 right now. Splash on that Fantic. You forget that Fantic is faster in a straight line. He gets a better drive through the rollers coming out of the stadium. Basically a replica of last lap. He's going to double in this time. Smart move there. CM can't get the triple from the outside, so Splash is going to come out on top. Messes up the step on, but gets a stop off. Okay. CM was going in a bit aggressive there. I thought he was going to get to the back of him. Troy has made the pass. Troy is up into a P4 position, gamers. I have now been informed the top 5 are making it through this. The top 5 make it through this because someone has dropped out from the heat races. So Merckx doesn't know this right now. Merckx is racing as if P4 depends on it, and he's going to probably race Troy quite hard. I'm going to stay on this position because I want to see if there's any aggressive passes that come out from this. I thought this corner would be a great one to see some aggressive passes, some slamming, but haven't seen it happen yet. All up the inside. No, Merckx playing it safe. Playing it safe. Pitt has hit the rage quit. He says first and last Supercross race. Blood is a motocross merchant. He loves it outside. Although he does like my Pittomania Supercross track, so I'm not sure what that's all about. I suppose it's technically outside, so we'll see. Rex fell off. Rex isn't in here. Yeah, Hard Dog is not Rex. Don't worry about that. But Hard Dog, I think Hard Dog's hit the rage quit because he's a lap down now. So I don't know if these gamers are aware. No, nothing's been put in chat yet. But again, top 5 does make it through, and Merck's not going to know that, so he's going to be pushing quite hard to try and catch up to Troy. Troy's locked in right now. Troy's had a very solid heat race so far. Or LCQ, I should say, sorry. He's just doing his thing, you know, no major mistakes at all. Just triple, downside's that nice, quad, then triple single, I'm guessing. Yep, just nice and straightforwards. Splash and CM still basically going at it. They've been going at it this whole LCQ so far. Looking at timing, there's only going to be 1 lap left to go after this one. So this one has ended in a hurry. Is there any drama going to change here? I mean, again, Breezy doesn't know it. He's not a million miles away off of a transfer spot right now. Merckx is only just a little bit in front of him, and I see Merckx getting a little bit wobbly from time to time. Breezy hitting the full-on Tokyo drift around that corner, choosing to just bang it off the limiter rather than try and finesse it around. Gets the quad up and over that section cleanly. Is he gaining time? So he's about 2.7 seconds off. Does get that quad. Quad nice as Merckx goes down in the rhythm. Breezy going up the inside of him, takes his front wheel. Merckx staying up on 2 wheels though. I think this next left-hander is going to get very, very spicy. How far inside is Merckx going to dive? No, he goes out wide. He plays it safe. Might be better to try and make a pass through the end of the whoops or into this next corner. Breezy not getting the triple in. That's going to slow him down. They get into each other. That is EU and NA Ping colliding with each other. Merckx gets a horrible spawn. Breezy can't get back over the other side of the berm. They're both going to rejoin the... What was that track entry? What is Breezy doing? Oh my god, what have I just witnessed? That's one of the worst track wrenches I've ever seen. He just darted over to the far right-hand side. Bonnie Roy going off the track as well. It's the last lap now for these boys. This is all to play for. Breezy doesn't have to pass Merckx, it looks like. Merckx is going to lose it on cuts if Breezy keeps it this close up to the finish line. That was a very, very interesting situation right there. I don't think he knows. I don't think these guys know that they only need to get top 5. They haven't been told about it. Let's see how this is going to work out. Merckx has pulled a little bit of distance on him. Let's just quickly follow these boys through to the finish. Oh, CM and Splash still going back and forth the entire time. These guys have had a pretty damn good battle throughout the course of this entire race. Oh, is CM going to get the quad in? No. Cases comes up short. AL coming up a little bit short there as well. I'm guessing all these boys are together. CM, AL, AS. And there's obviously DD as well. Anything changing up here? Breezy. Oh, I don't know. No, Merckx has pulled away enough. Breezy's had a very stinky last lap. A very stinky last lap. I'm guessing maybe somebody's able in a call with Merckx. Maybe they can tell him that he's absolutely fine. What a comeback ride from Troy, by the way. Getting that top 4. See? Pattern. Did he just tap the handlebars? I don't know if... I haven't installed any additional animations. I didn't know I had that in my game. Anyway, Troy makes it through. He gets top 4 after that bad start. Mercked is going to be the last one to make it through as well. I don't know if he knows yet, but hopefully someone tells him. And Breezy, unfortunately, not able to finish close enough behind to get the job done. Respectable effort from Source, the only 250 rider out in this LCQ. He comes across the line in 7th, just 2 positions away from what he needed. Then we've got a couple of retirees at the back. And then the last man on track right now appears to be Monster. Ollie Roy looked to have passed him there on the last lap. So that is going to be your LCQ gamers. Good stuff. Now I can change the overlay from LCQ to main event time. Very exciting. Season Pass should be coming out tomorrow, to the best of my knowledge. I'm not going to type in chat myself, no. I'd rather Aiden done it from an admin perspective rather than me just typing. There is... Main will be the last event tonight, yes. There's just the one main event. There was a lot of elbows out. Right, we wanted to just show proof. If we put on a default setup here and see how this rides. So stock. Do you want me to keep 120? I mean, 120 is default. A lot of people go to 110. I mean, I'll keep it on 120. We'll go. We'll show you what we're rocking with. Map speed stand-ins. Bang, bang, bang. I imagine where we spawn probably stressed a lot of people out as well, trying to go for quali laps, because that is a long road back to qualify. See what the track's like without a setup. I'm guessing it's probably fine for the most part. I have a feeling it's going to be mostly the whoops that will be a difficulty. This is going to be the first test. Yeah, a bit skippy. You see the rest of the track's absolutely no problem at all. Uh-oh. See, now this is just a skill issue. Yeah, no need for any outrageous setups around here by the looks of it on the Yamaha. See if this second set of whoops is just as difficult, or if it's just because you're basically turning into the first set. It's okay. It gets through them. It's not amazing by any means. But you can still run a fairly respectable lap, I think, by going around it with no setup at all. Yeah, Breezy, that track re-entry, it was something, that's for sure. I'm not sure what to make of it. No, I've not got a special helmet for Red Bud at all. I've not got many skins downloaded at all, to be honest. I just put on the one that I thought looked the best with that gear. No, I don't think the other guy wrecked Breezy, by any means. It looks like they jumped into each other going into the corner. That just looked like a lovely Paboso netcode racing accident. Aiden, why did you not qualify through tonight? Did you try qualifying through tonight? I feel like I saw your name in the sign-up list. I don't see you in the top 20, though. What's happened? You're never busy. What do you mean you was busy? Right, go game. How you doing? A whitelist me bumba clock. "5M is life." That might be one of the least cool things I've ever heard you say. Day and night. I toss and turn 'cause it's blowing my mind. I try to run, but see, I'm not that fast. 5M, to the best of my knowledge, is GTA 5 roleplay. I'll be the one to surely finish last. There we go. Lovely. I can't lie, gamers. My autistic half brain. The games I like the most are games that you can rank up in. Like there's a progression to it. So with like the Call of Duties, for example, I like unlocking all the camos and going up through the levels and grinding through the prestiges. Bikes does nothing for me in that regards. A lot of games don't do anything for me in that regards, like a lot of games used to back in the day. I've actually been playing... I'll show you. I've been playing Minecraft, but not single player. It's almost like a what would you even call it? It's not RPG. Basically, there's a server that I've been playing that you have different jobs. So you have like a farmer job, a mining job, a fishing job, a hunter job, and you just level them different roles up and you unlock different things as you go as well. I'm not going to show you, it's fun. And that's what my autistic arse has been playing recently. I just sit and spend hours on it. Just planting crops, mowing them down, planting them, mowing them down, planting them, mowing them down. Mine, fish. I never got into RuneScape, I'll be honest. I spent about an hour on it, ever in my life, and it just didn't hook me the way that I thought it would. Because I know when it comes to games that you grind and level up in, that's like the most important one, or the biggest one, but it just never captured me. It's not the kills on the game that give me the satisfaction, or that like dopamine hit. It's the leveling up. Purely just levels. I'm like level 740 something on COD now. I don't think I'll manage to make it to 1,000 by the time Black Ops 7 comes out. But it's just the leveling up aspect that I enjoy. Getting some practice starts here from old Mr. T-Moss. Yeah, never mind, it is T-Moss. He's the only geezer in the game that blips the throttle around the corners like this. Fair enough. That would explain the aggressive riding. I'm guessing that people don't stutter in game as much when you're spectating compared to riding, because T-Moss's internet's usually all over the place. It starts now. It starts right now by the looks of it. We got 21 people rather than 22. Not sure who's missing or who dropped out at all. No, it's not. It's not cosmic PvP. Server score. It's a very unpopulated server, to be fair. There's like 12 people at a time, but I enjoy it. It's called the Universe. Let's rack 'em then, shall we? We've got a Tyler J. We've got a KFC. Panda. Hayden. Braden. Bars. I can't get everyone's names. We've got Rush. Dizzle. Boy. Rye Guy. Steiner. Dorian. Relics. Vixnev. Davey. AL. CM. Splash. Troy. Merkt. Timos. Wait, what was... I don't know why Timos has chosen the gate all the way out here. Unless he's going to try cutting underneath. We shall see. But the revs are up. Let's go all the way down into turn number 1 and we'll watch them coming into this first corner. Who's it going to be? It's going to be a quick little reset because Rye Guy got a jump start. Oh, we're just getting blue balled, gamers. Should we pretend that we're sitting in the stands? We are here. We're watching the racing. We're watching it live. Super sick time for an ad. It's okay. It's okay, because it doesn't matter. Damn, imagine having like these seats and just being like this close to the racing. That'd be a cool seat to have IRL. I mean, what do we reckon is the best seat in the stadium? Probably like, somewhere like here. You can see absolutely everything. There you go. We're getting ready to go again. Revs are up. Gates are down. Who's going to get the jump? Steiner had a good one, but the front wheel came up. Tyler's going to brake early. Oh my god, there's chaos in turn 1. Everybody getting pushed out wide. Troy going across the front of Tyler. Tyler's going to go down at the beginning. So that's going to make Tyler have to work for it. I do believe that Tyler is the fastest man on track today by quite some margin. So we'll see if he can pick his way up and get going again. So right now, Washed on the Fantic machine out in the lead. Lovely stuff. We've then got Caden, AL, Troy in 4th with a great start. Braden, Relics, and then Splash has changed bike. He was on the Fantic the rest of the night. He's choosing the Yamaha going into this main event. We'll see if that pays off for him or if it hinders him at all. So we're going to follow these boys around as they go over the finish line, off through into the tunnel. Not a great start for Timos, but not terrible. Steiner's there, KFC's there. Tyler is down horrendous. I think Tyler's in P19 right now as they run. Not ideal for him at all. Has Rush... There he is. I was about to say, has Rush like had a lap not count? He's miles behind. But Rush is down horrendous. He was like 9 seconds behind everybody else. We'll see if these boys can get it going. But that's everybody just in this little section right here. They're still close together. We've got Caden seeing if he can catch up with and make a pass on his teammate by the looks of it. On the suspension side of things, both rocking the SPX bikes, but then on different teams after that. I do like when people's names are so long that they can't fit the full thing in. As Caden goes into the bows, not enough room for 2 people through there. AL's going to slide back in behind, and then Mr. SPX himself going to try and dive up the inside. Not going to make any dirty moves on his teammate, but he does take AL down, which in turn takes Caden down also, which is going to move Splash up 2 positions in 1 corner. Doing a little bit of a Jet Lawrence there on Mr. Aaron Plessinger and Chase Sexton. Some lovely stuff. Let's switch to the actual track cameras for a little bit. Let's try and follow this man through right here. Whenever it wants to load him in, there it is. Mr. Tyler J. So he was in P19 as they went across the finish line. He is in P12 right now. We'll see if he can keep it going. Keep her going. Timos is up in P6 right now. I don't know why the timing just disappeared for a second and it's now slowly coming back. Timos is now in P5 right now. Was that a... I was looking at the time. Was that a very aggressive pass or was that just people getting together? Tyler... Oh my... Vixnev just went down and I don't know if that was a ping thing, but Tyler had nowhere to go. Tried going to the inside of Dorian. He goes down, takes Dorian with him. That's just very, very wrong place, wrong time. And Tyler gets an awful respawn as well, bike facing completely the wrong way. So he's going to have to remount and try that charge again as he goes down again and facing the wrong way. Also, Proboso not being his best friend today. And then, so your P1 and P2 in heat number 1 today are currently sat in 17th and 19th place respectively. They are not off to a great start. Washed has got a little bit of a gap. There is now a moth in my room. That's what I get for having the windows open and having the Elgato key lights on. That's going to be a pain in the arse to try and get rid of later. Right, we've got Washed in the lead. Caden has caught up a little. Ooh, I'm loving the aggression that we're getting today, gamers. The American gamers are just shoving it up the inside. They are taking no prisoners. I feel like the Europeans are a lot more no, after you. You first. But the Americans out here today, they are getting the elbows up, and I'm here for it. I love seeing it in the booth. So we've got a bit of a battle going on for P1 right now between 4 different people. We've got Splash, Caden, Washed, and Merked, all US riders as well. It's good seeing the different regions combining here to see what sort of racing you get. We've got a wild January in P5, about to be P4 because Merked has just made a mistake as well. People had him not even making it through the LCQ, that's all I'm saying. And he's now rocking around in P4 on the track in the main event. So, the Jan's probably recording this. This is going up on the YouTube channel first thing tomorrow morning. We've got Rush is still down horrendous in last place. Steiner's down horrendous as well. Looks like the only person on a Fantic making it work right now is Washed in P1. Timos is in P6. No, just dropped down to P7, P9. What's going on? Has Timos nubbed it? Yeah, not great from Timos. He's going to have a little bit more work to do. He came through a little bit after a mid-start, and now he's dropped back down again. Tyler is 18 seconds off the lead. Based on his heat race performance, I do still see a world where he could come all the way through and still do really well and win this. We'll see how it goes. Why am I calling that guy Timos? I mean, put 2 and 2 together. It's Timos. Panda not having a great one. Someone asked if my mic is new. And I also noticed that in today's video that I posted, my mic also sounded weird, but I've made no changes at all. So I don't know why it sounds different. I apologise if it's worse. I've got no idea how to go about fixing it. So, no clue. I apologise. Alright, let's have a little watch again. So we've currently got the Jan in the battle of his life between us. The Moth is right... I flicked it. I don't know if it's dead or if it's going to carry on now flying around with one wing, but he received the end of my finger. Look! I've got a bit of moth on the end of my finger. I made good connection with it. Yeah, Troy's putting in the ride of a lifetime right here. I bet he's very disappointed that this round literally means nothing because it's pre-season. But he's rocking around in 3rd place with 2 very well-established riders behind him in Merked and Splash as well. Lick it, I will not be doing that. No. Thank you very much, 196. Listen, the Moth doesn't pay rent. It's not allowed to be in here. I'm getting it gone. KFC has already hit the retire button. I hate seeing people retire this early from races like these because that is a space that somebody else could have had. Steiner has also retired. Love to see that as well. By the way, I think we should bring back the rule that GPs had 2 years ago of if you retire from a race before it finishes, you get banned for 1 week because it's unfair on everybody else. Rush has had one of the worst races I've ever seen him have. From the P2 that he was in Heat 1 to this, not going great. Well, I don't know how much 450 time he has. I don't know how much time he spent on the 450 machine. He is mostly a 250 guy, from my knowledge. So maybe it's just a little bit of an adapting phase. Steiner hasn't left. Steiner just wasn't showing up for me for some reason. He was still rocking around. I think he's very much over it, and he's probably just trying to go full send right now. We've got CM back here as well. Boy not doing amazing. Boy, again, qualified really, really well tonight, so I'm shocked to see him not doing too great. We have got... Where's Tyler? Tyler's making good ground. He's up to 7th. He's got the gap down to 16 seconds whilst in traffic. So if he can get a bit more clear track in front of him and try and set sail and send it as hard as he can, probably still a podium, possibly a 2nd, maybe a 1st. We'll see how it goes. Wash has a nice, comfortable 4-second lead out in front at the moment, which is good. Chapstick is Rush Chapman from Sim. Yes, that is correct. That is correct indeed. Caden is in P4 right now, scrubbing the piss out of that. That was actually quite impressive. He stayed solo. Like Jason Derulo, riding solo. Troy is still sat in P3. He does have a wild Mr. Suspension right on his booty cheeks, though. I want to stay on board with this just a little bit, because I have a feeling Splash has the better pace, but Troy's just been a bit more consistent right now. One thing I have noticed is Troy did put out a video saying how good the Fantic is. Other top guys have switched to it, but Troy's still on the Yamaha. Was this all his grand master plan? Is the Fantic absolutely arse cheeks, and he's now hit everybody with a wild scam? So now he can do better in the races? I don't know. We shall see. Steiner might be ours. I just think Steiner loses his head way too quickly. And again, he's one of them people that does much better on tracks that are wide open rather than a bit more patient. Splash can hit the cheeky little nose bonk right behind Troy. Doesn't get through there. Not ideal. Wash now extending his lead to 5 seconds, which is looking very, very good for him. Timos on the back of Splash now. We're going to see how this goes. I mean, if... Was it these two that was battling last DDC season, but in the 250 class? I think it might be. We'll see. We'll see if there's any harsh feelings between these two, or if it's all Gucci. It's all above board. It looks like Timos's internet is still absolute dog cheeks, though. So not so good. Not so good indeed. It was Timos and Rush. Oh, okay. Maybe it was Ariel. Maybe it was Ariel. No, Fate. I will not say it, because I don't know what it means, and you're begging it, to be honest. So we've still got Washed up in the lead by 4.5 seconds. Troy still sat in 3rd. Splash not... Yeah, why check up and just hit the track normally when you can go through the bows? We're 99% sure it's Timos at this point. Right. Mercked... I mean, he sat in a very similar position to how he done in his heat race as well, so can't expect too much more. Tyler's all the way up through to a P6 now, although he has lost time on the lead, so he has made some mistakes at the same time. It's nice to see, I mean, say nice to see. Tyler is still riding around. Steiner is still riding around, rocking the P20. He's still getting a point on the day, which you love to see. Still getting that 1 point. You love it. Who was that Davey was getting into? Davey and Braden getting into it with each other. Rush has probably just had a race that he wants to forget about, to be honest. Is it aggressive pass up the inside? Ooh, love that. It was just a little bit of shoulder barging, but not too dirty. It's nice to see. Like, good, just heads up, smart riding. Didn't absolutely yeet him off the track. I'm all for that. Boy rocking around in P13, he'd probably be expecting a bit more of himself today. Someone who must be quite happy with his performance right now is Dizzle. Because I think Dizzle was unsure if he'd even qualify for these things. And he got, I think it was top 5 in his heat race. And he's now rocking around in a solid 11th place right now. He's got to be happy with that. And he's looking very, very close to maybe getting the top 10. So we'll see how that goes. We was going to have a little bit of a battle between Tyler and Troy. If I was Troy and I saw Tyler go past me, I'd be like, you know what? There's no point in me fighting this. Just go and go along in your way. If he was to sit and battle that, he'd probably just end up slowing himself down just as much. So Tyler's now going to move his way up into P5, which relegates Troy down to 6th, which is still a very good position. I think he'll be very happy with that still. The lead is down to 2 seconds, though. So Wash has been making some mistakes back here, although second down to 3rd, big gap. Big gap of 10 seconds. So these two haven't really got much to worry about behind them. It's all about racing forwards. Wash is going to be thinking about it. We've got the road starting to come through right now. You see there on the outside, Caden's starting to take that line. I wonder if, I mean, looking at the road so far, it doesn't look like it would be a hindrance at all. I believe that it's just going to make these boys go a bit faster. Caden getting a little bit of a swap going through the whoops. He keeps it up on 2 wheels though. We've got Caden going through in 3rd. Troy going back up again. I don't think the sectors have updated. Panda going up the inside there. I don't know how those two didn't collide. That looked like they was basically touching tips at that point. And then as you go across the line, it's all going to reset. So we've got Timos in 4th. We have got Tyler in 5th. Very curious. This is an EU server, I believe, this main event. I think it is anyway. Very curious to see what happens when Tyler tries making a pass on Timos. Because there is a massive ping difference there. Huge ping difference. Almost as big as Ninja. Almost as big. So we'll see what happens there. Panda does get his way around Troy now. Troy is starting to leak some positions. He was rocking that P3 for a while. Timos goes down. He's going to yeet his way back onto the track in a fairly safe manner. He's going to rejoin back behind Troy. Let's just stay on him for a little bit. I imagine he's going to pass these boys fairly quickly. As him and Troy get into it with each other going through the whoops. There's another 20 feet of track you boys can use. You've not got to be on the same pixel of dirt. What's going to happen here? mean, Timos is definitely quicker, but you have to wonder how much of it is just full send and how much of it is controlled. Interesting line from Merc. That was a very, very tight inside line there. He almost made the pass work. Caden looks like he's gone down. So he was putting some initial pressure on Wash, but he's dropped down a couple of extra seconds right here. Steiner is now going a lap down. Tyler's got some clear space in front of him. So he's going to try and put a charge, try and set his eyes on Splash up in front. He's got about 4 seconds to try and catch up with the suspension man. Panda's having a little bit of a good comeback ride right now. Not the best start for him, but he's moved his way through up into P5 as commentators curse. Oh god, I'm getting a dry throat. I need to get some water in me after this is done. Commentator's curse, unfortunately. He goes down over the berm, so that's going to allow Timos to go back past. And I think Troy also got back past him in that exchange. Timos going down over the tunnel jump. So now he's going to have to get up again. There's a lot of inconsistency I'm seeing tonight, boys. I'm just going to throw it out there. I know it's easier said than done when you're sat in the commentary booth. But I'm seeing a lot of mistakes that I don't think people should be making as many of. The man who's made the least mistakes in this race, after a great start, however, is this man right here. Wash has a very comfortable 6-second lead with 5.5 minutes plus 1 lap to go. Have we got any battles going on? Battle for 13th, maybe, between CM and Rush? Oh no, Rush is way ahead. This cut's coming into play there. But we do have CM, Boy, Relics, and Braden all going at it right now for around the 14th, 15th position. Weather report looking clear for the next 20 minutes, thank God. I mean, we are in Australia. I should hope that it would stay clear for the most part. Braden going down, Boy gaining another position because of that one as well. MX Bike's replay is horrible to watch. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. It could definitely be better, though. It's not the end of the world, though. Can't do anything else about it, I'm afraid, boys. This is the game that we have. This is what... Oh, my God. Boy hitting the bales on the inside. Not ideal. He's going to give that position right back to Braden. This is exactly what I mean. People were just going down so many times. Like, just patience. Just got to chill. Be gentle on the throttle. Let the road help you in these corners. Don't try and override the track. Dorian and Rybive both getting that step on. That's how it goes. Hey, I did suggest when Aiden was discussing all this with me like a while back, I did say that I think there should be a 250 class, but it's his series. He's more than welcome to host it in whichever way he wants to. I think he wants it to just be one as stacked of a class as possible rather than a bunch of smaller classes, which I can't hate on. Like, that gap's come down a tiny bit, but not much. It looks like Tyler has made the pass for P3. So again, after being 19th on lap 1, he's made a lot of passes. Splash diving back up underneath him. Tyler going to cut down. Both very heads up, very smart and respectable riding here, which is what we like to see. No just dirty punts off the track. Let's see if Tyler can get him back again. I mean, the disappointing thing for Tyler in this race, at least, is there was a stage of this race when he was in about 15th place where he was 18 seconds behind the lead. So not only has he gone through all this traffic, he's also gained time on the leader, which means, you have to wonder, if he had a better start in this one, would it have just been a flag-to-flag easy win for him? We will never know. Caden's made another mistake in P2. Tyler gets a great drive along through that straight right there. Both going triple-triple. Does he triple out of here? Yep, nice and smooth, up and over that cleanly. Splash having to stretch it out just a little bit more, but still both getting up and over it. Quadding out, round to the left. Both getting the... Oh, Splash came up a little bit short. It's okay, though. He got away with it. He still managed to go triple-single into the corner. So, we've got about 3 laps left. Maybe 4 laps. Depends when they cross the timing and scoring. Do we think anything else changes here in terms of the top 3? I mean, there's every chance Tyler could make a mistake and Splash should come back, but there's a good 7.5 seconds between all these at the top. It's a nice battle going on here. I was going to say between Troy and Panda from timing, but that's not the case at all. Troy and Merck's getting into it, and Troy coming up short there. I'm seeing a lot of crashes where people are coming across the front end of others, and then the person behind just getting their front end wiped out. I've seen a lot of that going on tonight. But I think even if Troy gets 7th, he's probably going to be thinking, oh, I could have got a top 5 there. That's annoying. But still, a top 7... not bad at all when you look at the people that are in front of him. I think it's a pretty solid performance, all things considered. We've got Rush has slowly made his way through back to a 12 here after his horrendous opening few laps. Steiner's finally hit the disconnect button. He left in P20. Respect to Davey, still circulating the track though in P18. You love to see it. I'm trying to select any of these riders for me to go on board with, Jesus. You love to see it. Caden, you know what? Tyler's about to take P2. These, I tell you, there is so... Well, that's not ideal, is it? That is a lovely Provoso netcode crash if ever I've seen it. I'd be fuming if I was Tyler right now, because he's done so much to catch up to these boys. There is so many mistakes coming out from all of these riders other than Tyler, from their own volition. I'm really, really shocked. To the point where I feel like if I qualified for this night show, I could probably be top 5 right now, fairly comfortably, just by surviving around the track. I'm just throwing that out there. That's all I'm saying. But that mistake from Caden, which inevitably also collected Tyler, has now given Washed an entire 11-second lead. So he just has to see this thing home. He's got 2 laps left to go. That's it. And then he can take his pre-season race Dubsky. I'm sure he'll be very happy to be gaining 0 points on the day because it means nothing for the actual championship. Again, this is just a test race today, essentially, just to wet the whistle a little bit and let everybody know what they're in for. Davey has also retired now. That's 3 people that have left this race. Relic's the last person, still circulating the track, who hasn't actually been lapped yet. Where's Washed? That's actually crazy to think about. These boys have done an entire main event, but because the track is longer, nobody has been lapped yet until basically what's going to be the last lap. If you're in an aerial Supercross main event, you're meeting lappers at like the halfway mark. So quite interesting, actually, that there's not been that absolutely massive lead that you usually expect. So, good stuff. So, Wash is looking very comfortable right there. I'll come off him. We don't need to sit watching the lead the whole time. Hayden and Splash battling out for this P2 position. Tyler has made another mistake, which sees him about 5 seconds off the back of these two. Troy's in P6 right now. He's made the pass on Panda as well. I kind of want to stay on board with these two, because if there's only 1 lap left to go after this, you have to wonder, is it going to get a little bit elbows up? Is it going to get a bit racy? We shall see. Oh, I'm the same Pappy, that's why I've not reacted to it. I'm way too old to be reading this TikTok ADHD speak. I can't do it. That is very much a Troy livestream kind of chat. So that's why I'm focusing on this screen, and this screen only. My head will explode if I try making sense of what they're saying. So Splash does... Oh, very aggressive move from Caden. Splash was smart to it. I love that. I guarantee he had a quick little look over the shoulder going into that corner, checked up. And the SPX teammates getting a little bit aggressive here as they go into the last lap. I kind of want to stay on board with this. I'm not going to lie. This could be exciting. And Tyler's only just back there. He's breathing down the back of their necks. If either of these two make a mistake, which is very easy to do in these next rhythm sections... We'll see. Do they get a triple in? Splash does. Caden doesn't. Did Tyler get it? Tyler got it. He's going to gain some time. Caden chooses to go inside and double in. If Tyler gets this clean, I think he overjumped the triple in. He did. He came up a little bit short on the quad. He still gets the triple afterwards, though. So they're going to stay very equal. Now Splash is going to make a mistake on somehow the easiest double on the entire track. So it's all going to come down to the last couple of sections. Where is Caden going to try and make an aggressive pass again? Splash has already showed us he has some nice heads-up racing. So he's probably going to be looking over his shoulder as he goes into a bunch of these corners. And Splash, he overdoes it. He leaves the brakes off a little bit too long. He goes over the berm. That's going to move him from second down to fourth on the very last lap. Caden's going to go up to second. Tyler's going to sneak into a P3 position. So Wash should be crossing the line now with the win. 16-second lead there. Caden's in P2. I thought he came up short on that on-off there for a second. I don't know why. Does he get this last rhythm section clean? Looks like Wash went down in the whoops there, I think. Yeah, Wash is going to come through in first. Caden's in second. He's going to get through the whoops. Fine. He's good. Tyler's going to be in third. Splash with a little bit of a last lap choke, I can't lie. Dropping it from second down to fourth. He's going to cross the line there. Merckx is going to come through here in fifth. A little bit of steez through the whoops as well. Or was it Panda? Panda gets it barely. Panda making a pass in the last sector as well. So Panda's going to round out your top 5. Merckx is going to be 6th. T-Moss in 7th, but he has a hell of a lot of cuts, about 6 seconds. That's what you get when you don't rejoin the track where you're meant to and you just gun it around a corner. So Troy is going to finish in 7th. T-Moss in 8th. Dizzle is going to go across the line any moment now in 9th. Bit of a lonely P9 there by looks of it for Dizzle, but a good position for him. He'll be happy with a top 10. And then Dorian's going to go through in P10, flying the flag for the Frenchies since KFC hit the rage quit earlier on. And then Rush had a very painful race by the looks of it, stuck at the back for a really long time. He's going to come through in 11th. Rygo going down last corner. It looks like Boy's going to sneak one final position at the line. Boy's going to get 12th. Ryguy is going to get 13th. Yep, barely gets across in 13th. CM in 14th. Bixnev in 15th. Braden is 16th. AL will be in 17th. He's the last person on the track. And then we've got Relics was a lap down. Davey, Steiner and KFC all hit the disconnect. And that was it. That was our pre-season race. So, I thought that was okay. Wasn't too shabby. I would have liked to see some more of the top boys in there. I'm talking the Raxes, the Cams, the Skills, the Brados, you know, all of them in there as well. But maybe things will change going into round number 1 in just a week's time. P7 for Troy, which is good. Washed, very solid performance. I think Tyler was probably the fastest man on track, but if you don't get a good start, that shows exactly what can happen. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Thank you very much for being here today, gamers. I hope you have enjoyed it. I've appreciated you all being here. I will see you at exactly the same time next week for whatever the next track is going to be. I've got no idea what it looks like just yet, but I'll do another preview video on the day of as well, so I hope you enjoy that. Enjoy the rest of your nights or mornings, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for stopping by, and good night.